So this is the thing I want to share with you today. I don't think you've read this article yet, Scrub Fiend.
I haven't. I'm going into this blind.
A product. No. So first of all, again, I'm gonna say this. Um, it takes a real asshole to find the humor in this situation. And I think a lot of people will be angry that I'm giggling and laughing at this. But I want you to approach it understanding that when I read this, at first I was like shocked into silence. And then I was like, okay, but this is pretty fucking funny though. This is really fucking funny. So we're gonna talk about I'm gonna go through this article with you. And then we're gonna go on a little journey because I want to talk about like the history of like there's been a couple really good recent examples of people inventing other people on the internet for clout chasing, right? Like completely fake internet people. So, the deeper corners of the internet you're from, the funnier this is, right? Because people have a history of catfishing as other people, as characters they invented, sock puppets, etc. And I don't know how familiar you are with internet drama, like back in the Harry Potter days. I mean, Harry Potter's obviously never got away, but there was a period of time when it was like the fanfic was out of control, and there was a whole saga about this person who invented sock puppets to like vote down their own fanfic in order to have haters so that they could stand up to the haters and like, right? So a prominent disability advocate worked with studios to inspire change. She never actually existed.
Oh boy.
So, on March 4th, 2019, the accessibility community mourned a prominent advocate, Susan Banks. Susan Banks' partner, Cody Craven, announced her passing on social media platforms such as Twitter. The industry lamented loss of individual helped raise awareness for accessibility in games, particularly for deaf and hard of hearing individuals. So, this person in 2019 died. they died. They're dead. They're dead forever. They're death. I'm already giggling. I can't make it through this without laughing because you know the plot twist is that this is not a real person. This person does not exist. She regularly interacts with developers such as studios and revitalized during games journalism notification of "Can I play that?" We are going to look at the websites, by the way. A site dedicated to the coverage of accessibility and disabled perspective. An award was named after her posthumously to be given to disabled individuals in games that uplift their community. And first appeared online in August. It's not going to go over well with the woke mob. First appeared online in 2015 with a Twitter account called One Odd Gamer Girl, which I also have bookmarked, which we will also look at, which appeared to share the perspective of a deaf, queer, Muslim, disabled gamer nerd. We're stacking a few templates on this. We're stacking a few templates.
Boy.
We have a couple different classes here. Through accessibility reviews and interactions with various students and advocates, Susan Banks is a character from a soap opera. I think Days of Our Lives. That's if you Google that name, it's an obvious alias. Which, I mean, somebody using an obvious alias wouldn't necessarily be bad either, but that's a soap opera character. So, oh my god, I forgot. I can't open a wiki. These fandom wikis will crash my computer. They're the fucking worst. Oh shit, my computer's froze up.
Oh, they knew that you were editing the fandom wiki to put in real facts and not lies, and so they're DDoSing.
Oh my god, I hate the fandom wikis. They just I really think
they're awful?
I really think when I was playing that game, the Marvel, I think what happened was I opened a wiki tab. There we go. I opened a wiki tab, and I think that's actually what was causing the stream to crash. I forgot.
You opened the wiki tab on Morbius, and he morbed all over you.
Yeah, he morbed all over my computer and made my computer absolutely die. So yeah, that's a fake name.
Damn.
Prior to Banks, anti-fandom is the way. Anti-fandom is the fake. Yeah, fandom was deliberate psyop. Prior to Banks' introduction to the game industry, she allegedly escaped depression and emigrated from Turkey with her sister and established herself in Chicago, building a life, hi Frankie, around her interest in disabilities, according to a former business associate of Craven's. A benchmark of 4090 Heart of the Crisis is the fandom wiki. I know, seriously. Her various jobs are said to include being a professional model. She was a model. An asset manager at a financial firm, a professor of deaf studies. She was a professor. And all before the age of 30. I particularly love shit like this because if you ever hang out with me on the stream, I always talk about all the jobs that I've worked, and it always sounds like fucking bullshit because I've done so much stupid bullshit in my life. So I'm like, yeah, I worked for Harley Davidson for a little while. I was a university professor. But I just say I'm 400 years old because, like, I'm fucking no. But I don't lie about that stuff. Actually, it's just that my life is stupid and weird. I'm always vague. I'm always vague about like all the things that I've done because there's so much shit. Supermodel university professor is legit. Yeah, me too. I was a supermodel. I was not a supermodel. I've never been a model.
I've got to become a supermodel university professor. I got okay, new life goal, I guess.
I still got time. I gotta work
Working
on that.
for Overwatch and DeviantArt was not good enough, and almost dying in the fella costume. It was not good enough, actually.
Yeah, DeviantArt and Overwatch. See, we can invent things too. No, both of us have had these really crazy lives. University's deaf study program for comment, and they replied saying nobody by the name of Susan Banks was ever employed at the university. Here's a tweet. I had to fill out a form, and a new doctor for some reason asked my race. I selected other and wrote Arab like I always do. The reception wanted to argue with me. I think you checked the wrong box. You're Caucasian. I think I fucking know where I was born. I can only imagine that this particular tweet was like, hey, your PFP looks kind of like a white lady. Are you sure you're a Arab? I mean, are you Muslim enough? Maybe she had to fake her death because she wasn't Muslim enough for the Muslim club. I don't know. In addition to the posts on X Twitter, and now defunct site reports are belong to Banks, including accessibility reviews are featured in profile. Listen, this site it says now defunct. A lot of these are still online, and this is a different one. This is the old One Odd Gamer Girl. Yeah, I have it up in another tab, and it's still. This site is still live. Okay, this site is still live. One Odd Gamer Girl is still up. Okay, it was not deleted. I did throw it back into the Wayback Machine to be sure that this is preserved for future generations. But this is the tweets. I want to look at the tweets, but this is. We'll look at them after we finish the article because there's some gold. There's some real gold. There's some real gold in here. In addition to posts on Twitter, include accessibility reviews.
That's not gonna go
It's
over well
not
with the
no.
mob.
Include accessibility reviews are featured in profile and community pieces which argued for more inclusive design and features to attract the attention of developers. Articles, interviews. There's an interview with the Mary Sue, which that's still up. And this is her like avatar that. She used.
My god.
Yeah, that's
a visage of horror.
That's her. That's her avatar that she used. I don't know why it's so huge on the screen. I just opened it up, but that's her thing.
If I was a police sketch artist, I would also use the Wii Me Maker.
You would also use the Me Maker. This would be you.
Yeah.
Like, this is me. I'm this cool me.
This is the perpetrator. Do you know this person?
It's during this time that founder, executive director at Able Gamers notes that Banks' advocacy made them cross paths. Susan came into our radar in 2017. We were introduced to her on Twitter. We had some hashtags we always follow, and some of her work started popping up. According to an Able Gamers employee, Banks would regularly apply to conversations by some individual member of this charity, as well as the main organization account, and the accessibility community was intimately aware of those within it due to the select number, so awareness grew, and then, this person basically inserted herself into the conversation surrounding games and accessibility. While in Chicago, she allegedly met Cody Craven, who she initially hired to walk her dog. Now, I looked into this a little bit because if you read the actual articles about that Susan, quote-unquote, wrote, she mentions this person by a different name, because I thought this is a situation where a cis dude invented a girl, but it's actually more complicated than that. I think Cody Craven is actually transgender man? I guess? So that, no matter how bad someone is, we don't misgender them. So I'm gonna stick with the he, him pronouns for this, as IGN suggests. But if you go back into some of the articles, that you will see different pronouns. So that's just like a little additional flavor of complication that has been added to this, which honestly baffles me even more than if it was just a cis dude, because like if you were already queer, like weren't you already kind of marginalized in the community, and couldn't you already write about that without having to invent a second queer person? But apparently like it wasn't enough. Then they had to like continue to invent
We have to stack.
Yeah.
We have to invent. We need a new type of something wrong with them to invent.
Yeah,
Another identity.
Apparently, it wasn't enough.
The most marginalized.
It wasn't enough. Like, yeah, stacking templates. Apparently, it like wasn't enough marginalized identities. They had to like stack more. Yeah, they had to stack more templates. They had to be like, wait, we have to stack more, and it keeps going. Okay, so with this part is so funny. Oh my god. Within months of Craven's introduction of Banks, Craven claimed Banks had been hospitalized after dropping a KitchenAid mixer on her foot, according to both an anonymous business associate of Craven's and my past conversations. Several hours later, her leg was allegedly amputated, and nearly 48 hours after the first operation, her other leg was amputated as well.
I'm speechless.
I can't believe I dropped a KitchenAid mixer on my foot.
Can we please give an award to the KitchenAid mixer? I think the KitchenAid mixer deserves to tell its story as well.
A standard mixer will destroy a foot. Clearly this was a special one to somehow break the other one with rebound damage. Yeah. If you dropped a stand mixer, well, that would be like, what, 50 pounds on your foot? How heavy is a stand mixer? Like, I could see breaking your foot.
We have to amputate it.
But the amputation is a little bit much.
You could have come up with a better lie. You had several hours. You could have come up with any lie. I got in a terrible horse riding accident because the horse collided with a clown car. I mean, there's so many other fun things you could have said, but a KitchenAid mixer.
A KitchenAid mixer's really good, right?
It Tekken comboed her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a double whammy because it was both feet, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how it got the other foot. When I first read this, I was picturing the mixer part, like the blades, and then standing there, like, screaming as it gnarls up your foot.
Maybe she's done some mods.
Yeah,
maybe she's added some mods to that KitchenAid mixer, like a better motor.
The mulching attachment on it.
You just glued a bunch of knives together from their ends and made it like a knife disco ball.
It's like a grindhouse spot. It is. It's like sticking your hands in the fucking garbage disposal.
My mom told me never to drop a KitchenAid mixer on myself, and I didn't know it could lead to being a double amputee.
Double amputee. So, in addition to being deaf, Muslim, double amputee.
Jesus Christ. Lita, I had no idea what today was going to bring me. This is crazy.
I'm just getting started! I'm just getting started. Okay, because this keeps going. I told you, you weren't ready. When the contact of the hospital sent flowers, hospital said there was no patient by that name. This resulted in the source seeking a third-party opinion. It just occurred to me, I've been completely deaf my entire 40-year life, and I was born deaf. And the first time I've ever been shut out from anything is when I started gaming. Now, I don't know...
The first time?
Yeah, the first time ever. When does she become violent poison WMPT Muslim as a black agender pansexual witch clown? I find this ridiculous. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ariats. Can we put that in the quotes, please? Can we have that as a quote? Because that's actually your lived experience. Okay. I couldn't find proof. I had searched all the ways, and I couldn't find just a woman named Susan Banks and her sister, Yubi Hamid. So, the fake Muslim girlfriend has a sister who is also a fake Muslim girlfriend. We're still getting started. Craven allegedly received gifts and consistent praise every time he would post about Banks' ailments or recoveries. So, y'all ever seen The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Remember in Sixth Sense where they go to the the kid's house and his mom is poisoning him because she has Munchausen by proxy and loves the sympathy of like people being sad for her dying son.
Doing this with a sock puppet Twitter account. Wow.
Yeah. This is it, right? Yeah.
They could ruin a lot less lives by simply not procreating and doing this with a fake Twitter account.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Just don't just do it with a fake Twitter account. Invent a fake girlfriend. The source hired a private investigator. No concrete proof of Banks' existence. No immigration record, address, employment record, marriage license, or birth certificate. Yet, years after this event, Banks and Craven entered the gaming space with relative success. So they had already proven this person didn't exist. And then they decided to just keep doubling down and keep pretending this was a real person.
Yeah, double down. That's the only answer.
Now, Steven Spawn is a good dude, works with able gamers. For the record, you know, I'm picking fun of all this shit, but I do believe that it's a good idea to have disability advocates in gaming. Because there are gamers out there that just want to be able to enjoy the things they love, and they want to know, like, is it accessible? Can I play this? Can I play this is literally the point. So, this person made all this fucking shit up, and yet they were doing actual real advocacy work that benefited people while doing this is so fucking bizarre to me.
That's also what I was going to ask about when we saw all those reviews. They weren't doing nothing,
No,
clearly.
No. In fact, we're going to look at some of that stuff. It's like creating a
Didn't
secret...
he have...
Yeah.
Didn't he have enough money at this point to maybe hire some actual disabled people to write their thoughts and collaborate with him, maybe?
I mean, you would think, right? But, like, instead we're just going to pretend to invent disabled people.
But I'm sorry, the only downside about being deaf, it's just video games. That's the only time you've ever felt like,
it's the only downside.
I feel excluded.
It's the only downside of being deaf, to be honest. Everything else is normal. You know, going about your daily life most of the time, talking to people, whatever, it doesn't matter. But video games, it's just hard to play video games. It's tough.
Didn't notice you were deaf in maybe preschool or so, kindergarten. No, that was no problem.
The community was shocked. Craven claimed that Banks died while playing games from a stroke, of course. In another private text conversation with a different individual, Craven claimed she died while streaming, and at least one other person had a clip of her death. But there's no, that's obviously bullshit because when you're streaming, you're on stream, and that would have been everywhere. No such stream exists. Yeah, but why would you even make that lie up? If somebody literally died while streaming, don't you think people would have seen the footage? Crazy.
This person's really bad at lying. I have to commend them for basing their entire life about lying when they are so bad at it.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. From a memorial post, there's a dedication of her work.
Oh no.
They named an advocacy award after her in 2021. I guess. And the industry mourned the loss of a member of an already intimate community. This is an impactful individual. Several weeks before Banks' apparent death, Craven, of course, created a GoFundMe. Because, of course. For the launch of Can I Play That? A website dedicated to reviewing games and analyzing the industry from an accessibility lens, which is not a bad thing to make. Like, that's fine.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think anyone would have batted an eye if he was like, I am just some regular dude, and I will be hiring people with various disabilities to write their views on these things and these games, and together we're going to collaborate, and, I'll foot the bill of the website. There will be collaboration, but no one would have batted an eye.
No, they would have said,
this is so bizarre.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Why would you make all this shit up? Why would someone grift for good? Well, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird story. So this website is good. Like this website has useful information on it. Like, granted, not this isn't just one person's work. In fact, a lot of people are working on this. A lot of people were hired to work on this. But this website is useful and helpful, and I'm baffled further that you know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah.
Because it's like this is actually
a lot of effort.
Like, I actually
a lot of effort went into this.
Yeah, and these are other authors. None of these people are the person in question. Taking a break from class to come to class? Yeah, welcome to class. We're having a conversation today about the history of internet catfishing. We're going to go down some rabbit holes here today, because this isn't
when you
the only
said
person we're
catfishing, this
Yeah.
is not what I had in my brain when you had said that at first.
You thought it was
This
going
is
to be
something more sinister.
This is something deeper and more wild and more sinister than, yeah, this is, okay, she doesn't exist anymore, but her tweets are still on Internet Archive, so we will be looking at some of the tweets, and I will also be looking at some of the blog posts. And the blog posts are really funny. I'm sorry. So that's actually like a good website, so I don't understand like why lie about this, because that's the other thing that's so weird to me. Like, it's so baffling that you would just make all this shit up and then just like actually do the work. An opportunity to publish stories about his experience with grief, of course. Talking about, you know, all the sadness from the dead girlfriend. So my partner was a proud deaf woman feels like an understatement. Her deafness was a tremendous part of who she was, and she had never known anything different. Born deaf to hearing parents, she grew up being shamed for her disability. She wasn't allowed to use her voice in her house because her parent believed she would make people think she was dumb. In her adult life, she was the antithesis of her upbringing. Most of her friends were deaf, and any hearing friends she had known ASL because she had no space for like people that wanted her to blend to the hearing world. I learned ASL in high school when I had a sociology teacher who was deaf, and on occasion slipped a signing when talking with the class.
I also learned ASL in high school, but it was not to cheat, but just to talk with my friends, and I know the sign for penis.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Teacher started an ASL club after many students asked if they could learn ASL, and I joined because I had a crush on her. 10 years later, those after-school lessons. This is this person's actual fetish, by the way. I'm fully fucking convinced, because if you keep reading some of this shit, you're gonna see a lot of red flags. I don't know. Like,
the fetish is like being an after-school teacher?
No, the fetish is like deaf cancer patients.
Oh,
yeah.
This is something more sinister.
It's very sinister. I don't actually know Cody Craven. I don't know anything about him. I do know that they invented not one, not two, but 3 cancer patient deaf Muslim girlfriends.
3.
And
they all smoke weed.
They all smoke weed. They're right here. When I lost my hearing.
They're all right here.
So now I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know anything about this. Are they also deaf, or just deaf posting?
Huh.
What the fuck am I know? I don't know. I don't know. If the frustration didn't dissipate, I always believed letting it know I was mad or frustrated would be a different purpose. Everything's just proud. I loved her for her deafness. Of course she did. I mean, that is the vibe.
I want you to know my mouth has been open for most of this stream so far, and I've been unable to close it. I'm just sitting here, mouth open, staring at the screen. I'm so glad I asked you to come on the show,
because I love talking about, you know, things, but it's always good to have, like, it's like a podcast format, right? Like, I'm explaining the situation, and you come in totally blind, and I get to explain it to you.
I love this podcast.
It's a good podcast. Internet. I'm an ancient internet vampire. That's my gimmick, right? I have been on the internet since the beginning of the internet. So I have seen some shit. I've seen sock puppets like you wouldn't believe.
Can we make this a regular bit? I'd love to learn more, Lita.
Yeah, actually, so Thursday, my new outfit is debuting.
So excited.
And it's Professor Lita. So we are going to have regular classes. I'm going to be doing regular classwork. So I will announce the upcoming classes, and then we'll discuss what other things do people want me to educate them on. I'm very well educated. I do have an advanced degree. My degree is in digital media. So you enjoyed it on this? Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely have more classes. I have the first 3 classes planned out. So yeah, one I don't have the date for, and then 2 that I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the 9/11 stream. That one's been announced already.
I'm so excited to take your class this semester, Professor Lita.
I might do. I gave a lecture. I gave an actual university lecture, about low tax. I might give that lecture again on a stream. You know who low tax is. It was the day after he died, and I gave a lecture about who this is and why the world is different because of low tax. I
would love to hear that lecture.
I actually gave that at a university.
That's crazy.
Leaders, please don't make us into groups. We're gonna have small group discussions. On days not being able to hear cause me frustration, Susan was here to teach her a better way. Yeah, I don't know if this person actually lost his hearing as well, or if this is just a post. I don't know what the deal is with that. All I have are these posts. There's a scene, and blah, blah, blah. I had hearing aids, wearing them hurt, keeping them in for more than an hour. It was giving me a terrible headache. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to demand anything. I wanted my private life to go back to being easy. Sure. Sure you did. Definitely keep post through it. Something about the movie. My partner died in early 2019, and listen, I'm all in favor of processing your trauma through media. I do that all the time. But I have real problems. Oh, having this film showed me in a perfect, whatever. Okay, so that was all bullshit. None of that happened. So the Susan Banks Advocacy Award was handed out in the IGA 2022. And somebody emailed saying, "Are you sure that this person is real? I don't think that this person is real." We did meet Chris Chan. That's a separate conversation. I'm
dying to know more about that one, honestly.
We did meet Chris Chan. Yes. It was certainly an event. It was an event of a lifetime. You really, really don't want to know more. I'll give you the brief rundown. It was the middle of the night at MagFest, and there was a panel about the history of Chris Chan, where somebody was doing like a Chris Chan overview panel, right? So they're like, we're going to tell you all about Chris Chan. And they got up and they started doing slides. And then eventually became aware that Chris Chan was present in the back of the I was there, yes! Rep, you were there too? Okay, well see, we were both there. You were present.
Incredible.
Yeah. And stood up and hijacked the panel, arguing with the panel giver about details of the story in question. It was a moment. You had a friend who was there? Okay. I need to be friends with your friends, Reptile Hand. We're all psychos. You know what I'm talking about. You didn't go, but you've heard stories. I was actually there. Yes, I was physically present there. We were sitting, like, in the middle, too. So, like, it was an argument, like, over our head, back and forth, but between the back of the room and the front of the room. And then Christian got up and just started taking over the panel and, like, explaining shit. It was very bizarre. It was one of the panels of all time, ever, at a con. So the honor award, they renamed the Susan Banks Award to the Advocacy Award. They quietly renamed it because they didn't want to draw attention to the fact that this person, like, didn't... Heard you talking trash about Cody Craven and wanted in? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm talking trash. This is the stream when I talk trash about Cody Craven because I think, like I said, look, people were scammed, people were hurt. Good work was somehow done in spite of all this bullshit, but also, like... This is very funny. This is so fucking funny. I can't not laugh at this. Now, this is Tugboat Hamid, who is, since Banks' death, Craven has posted about two similar romantic relationships with Tubi Hamid and Damaris Deb Burrell Vaughn. Neither of these people are real, as far as we know. This is just two more made-up girlfriends from Muslim countries that live in Canada, and you can't meet them, but I promise you they're really cool.
I have so many girlfriends, guys. I talk to so many girls and raise them up. They're real, I swear. I swear.
They're real. They are real. Yeah, they did get they did get better at the fake names. They went all out for this one. They went all out for that one. It's such an interesting game. It seems to be accessibility is lacking. I have a prosthetic eye and the idea to be able to augment do things is fascinating, but I can't really enjoy the gameplay. So, I believe this is supposed to imply that second girlfriend also has a missing eye. I don't know if this is supposed to be her posting about her missing eye or just the missing eye. This is Cyberpunk. The game in question is Cyberpunk.
For like style points?
Yeah, well, the other one was a double amputee, so we have to have something fucked up about this one here.
Okay. We spun a wheel. We actually put a bunch of disabilities on a wheel.
Right.
And each more ridiculous than the last, and spun it. And then they said, this girlfriend is, close his eyes. All of these things. Where are he picking these bitches up? Well, allegedly, this one was the sister of the previous one. So after one dies, they're used up, so you just move on to the next one. Allegedly. I like the part with the spectrum of yes. I loved that part too. That's definitely my favorite part. Apparently 2 years after Banks' alleged death, Hamid was introduced to the industry through posts on the Dad Lead at Tugboat, Hamid, Twitter.com, and the archived X post discuss Hamid's relationship with Craven, games, accessibility, experience, through the lens of a person of color. Right, which is really important. But why though? Founder Katie Sanchez reveals what it was like to interact with Hamid. I had interactions with 2B quite a bit. Yeah, let me get... Okay, there we go. I was double checking my audio. I think my mic was turned down. I think the gain on my mic was turned down because I took a voice lesson the other day and I'm very fucking loud when I sing. Yeah. It was like to interact with Hamid's account through private messages with Craven, other conversations. I interacted with 2B quite a bit, always around race and disability. I've been very vocal about the importance of including non-white people in the disability and accessibility space. It was really important because, you know, you know. Can I play that random story with Hamid's byline, published and edited by Craven, detailing her experience? Okay, we're gonna look at this one too. I want to read. Oh, it's no pages. Oh, that got deleted. Oh, we're gonna have to Internet Archive this bitch. Wayback Machine. Let's go. That one is gone. Stuff is getting deleted like rapidly. So like I literally like went to the Wayback Machine and started storing stuff in case stuff was gonna disappear. Because this stuff is like going away. How do I find something in the Wayback Machine? This is so similar to the Nkechi case. Where are you familiar with Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This is very Rachel Dolezal. This is Rachel Dolezal, but more.
More online.
Very so online.
For anyone who's not familiar with what we're talking about, it's kind of an American politics thing, so you might not be. It is someone who pretended to be African American, and she is white, and she was, you know, she actually kind of like made good differences in her activism. She was an NAACP official. But she did take that space away from people who were actually black because she herself was white and race faked and like changed her hair and her appearance and stuff to look more African American.
Yeah, and she like did her hair up in braids and like did a lot of tanning. Yeah.
And if you look up, I'll put the name in chat. If you look up this person, you can see pictures. She stopped just short of blackface, yes.
Yeah.
And
she does have an OnlyFans now.
Oh, is that what she's up to?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now she's got an OnlyFans, so if you want to see more of Rachel Dolezal, who also goes by a different name, I forget what it is. But the reason I think it's not like Dolezal, literally just playing chaser-like behavior told to say WC. Oh, you think? Yeah, but it sure sounds that way, just based on their writing alone.
That's not gonna go over well with the world.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate you filling that in, but I mean, that's how I for sure would have guessed that from this shit, because like it furiously feels like his fetish.
Yeah. This person, Rachel was charged with welfare fraud, so it makes me wonder if this person could be charged with some sort of fraud. They haven't done quite as much that was actual welfare fraud.
Oh, there's fraud. There's absolutely.
Oh, there is fraud? Oh boy, okay.
There's absolutely fraud.
Yeah. I spoke too soon.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's more to this shit. Published and edited by Craven, dealing with the experience of a deaf person caught in the gaming industry. The story deals in connection with thanks. During this period, Hamid suddenly disappeared, deactivated her social accounts, and left the industry. And now, Deb shows up. I know y'all know each other from game accessibility stuff, but I want to introduce myself because I don't do social media. No Twitter account, so nobody can trace to see if this is a real person or not. I'm Deb, Cody's partner. What is that, PFP? That's a stock photo. It's a fucking stock photo of a bald black woman. Craven's alleged third partner was introduced to the public in 2023. Once it's not AI. It does kind of look like AI. You could go to this person does not exist in Slam, so you get a bald person. Similar to Pigs on the Beat, there are no pictures of Craven and Vaughn together. Craven posted on X Twitter screenshots of alleged conversations between the two. Each post posts a glimpse into their alleged relationship, but without showcasing any physical interactions. Well, 2023 could definitely be an AI. That's true. This could be AI. This could be an AI picture. This is a stock photo. Photoshopped stock image from 2015. Oh, see, there we go. And Getty Images advertising AI, but this is a stock photo. Good Getty Images. There we go. They just flipped it. Hi, Mickey. We're in the shit right now. We're doing the Cody Craven posts. The neighbor left the door on the door asking us, please move away the bed after the wall, banging the headboard. What the fuck? I'm not even in the bedroom. Oh my god, it's Tally. She's been in there humping the pillows. What a cute little domestic thing that didn't happen. So this is the game content triggers database, which I think might be gone now. Now, again, you could pick fun of the fact that somebody made a game content triggers database. I actually think this is a good idea. I think it's a good idea to have this, and you know why?
I think it's a good idea.
Because triggers for people who care, and I don't give a shit, so I can ignore it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, of course Silent Hill 2 is gonna have horror in it. It's Silent Hill 2. But, like, the things about, like, the phobias and stuff, like, me personally, I love horror games. I love shit scared out of me. I love games that star psychopath characters. I love chopping limbs off people in games. I love all that fucking shit. Right? And I don't, like, if a game, like, when you boot up Silent Hill, there's a little warning that says, like, this game contains some violent and scary situations. That's it. But some people want a more granular warning. So if you boot up, like, I want to say, like, what's that game? The Bloober Team game? Yeah, seriously, like, go in here to find good games to play. Like, what games have necrophobia in it? I don't know, whatever. All of them, because you kill stuff. What games have murder? But, like, it has, like, a really specific list of, like, this game will contain this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm like, okay, I can understand why some people would want that, but you're spoilering the game! I don't like that. I don't want it to be that specific. I don't need that specific of a breakdown. I'd rather be surprised by the horror in a horror game. Yeah. Like, what's it? I'm trying to think of what the game is. Is it Layers of Fear? Yeah, Layers of Fear has, like, a really specific content warning when it pops up that tells you, like, all the shit that's going to be in the game. And I'm like, I do not need... I'm 30 or 40 years old, and I do not need this. But it spoils it. So I'd rather this exist. And for people who, like, want to be warned about stuff, they can look at this website, and I can not look at this website because I don't care. I'll rather be surprised by the horror in a horror game. So, like, I'm all in favor of this existing. This is actually fine, cool, good, whatever. I mean, could I potentially be like, oh, people are so sensitive because they're caring about, like, little shit in a game? But it doesn't harm me for somebody else to be sensitive and need this, and I don't need it. So, like, you know what I mean? This is fine. But for some reason, we had to pretend to be a different person to make this website. I don't understand why. That one hallway intersection that goes both forward and backwards. Like, yeah, Killer Frequency. I played Killer Frequency.
I want to know what the trigger warnings in Yakuza are.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's not right under there.
Let's look at Yakuza. This Like a Dragon. All right, what trigger warnings are in this? There's aggressive animals. There's birds. Birds are real. Cats interacting with friendly pets can't be avoided. Dogs interacting with friendly pets can't be avoided. Yeah, look up God-related trauma, look up games and movies on the internet, movie database. Yeah, somebody has trauma. Really, I don't know. I don't know what people's triggers are. If they need the warnings, they have the warnings. Versus some internet poison that they need a template stack to be allowed to do this, right? Anybody can post this. You don't have to template stack to be able to post this.
No.
Alcohol destruction can't be avoided. Bill paying.
Bill paying. I love interactions with the lobster.
Interactions with the lobster? Wait, what?
Interactions with the pet lobster. This game rips. This is great.
Interactions with the lobster can't be avoided. Yes.
Game of the year.
Extreme close-up of an ant. I mean, if they just, yeah, you know, a really, really, really common thing I see is, like, people want arachnophobia warnings because of arachnophobia, which of course I'm the opposite of that. I have arachnophilia, whatever. But people want the warning. They need the warning. It's fine, you know. It is funny that there's bullying. I thought I said buying homeless people. Bullying homeless people. Amputation. Show potential spoilers. Okay, well, I mean, it's a Yakuza game. People are bad to lose fingers, I imagine. Different phobias. Fear of cancer.
This is a huge list.
Yeah, it's a huge list. Yakuza has got a lot. Oh, and sex toys. If you don't want to see any nudity. I don't know. Maybe it's against your religion. It tells you, resource that tells you when you're gonna encounter Green Day. You're gonna get jump scared. It's something unpredictable. Like, see, I'm gonna play this game, so I am not gonna click on this.
Oh, not for broadcast is so good.
I have this. I'm excited to play it, but I'm not gonna click on this because I don't want to be spoiled for the game.
No.
Yeah, I want to go.
You're gonna love that game. It's great.
I want to go in cold. Cubert. Okay. Cubert.
What could be in Cubert?
Cubert. Load. I understand Red Dead Redemption. I understand Yakuza. What is the trigger in Cubert? There's snakes. Oh, there is snakes. There's monsters. Okay. Vampires. Vampire. And altercations. There's altercation. Oh, Cubert does cuss. Yeah, Cubert does cuss up a storm. That's kind of the deal with Cubert. This is a strange
lobster
choice
interactions
of
on here.
Games. Lobster interactions.
It is.
Yeah.
But again, you didn't have to race fake, gender fake, none of that, right? Disability fake to write this.
You didn't have to invent. What's a trigger?
It is just as useful no matter who's written it, if they've written it correctly.
Anybody could write this. Yeah, there's a breakup. There's clicking sounds, if you don't like clicking sounds.
I'm sorry.
What?
Gay is a trigger for being gay? Okay. I no longer respect the website, I'm sorry.
Maybe... it's a spoiler. It's a trigger. What if you have to see gay people?
What if you have to see gay people? I'll show you gay people. I'm gonna take my soju shot now that I've been waiting on for this stream. I think this is a good time to take it. I might need to take a shot too.
I need to take a shot too. I don't know. I have a little rum in my iced tea here, but I'm not going crazy with it because I don't want to. And no more drunk streams. Lightly buzzed only.
Hello, Kelsey.
I'm Deb. I don't know anybody.
I don't want none of them slur
Oh my
people
god,
in
KOC
games.
is here! King of Calcium! Introduce yourself to the chat.
Hello, my name is King of Calcium. I am a well-known fuck-ass skeleton. And I do nothing.
Welcome! You are more than welcome to join us for this gawking and laughing at the... Most of this isn't his work. My understanding is more of a website manager. Oh yeah, of course. Because we are going to look at Cody Craven's writing and it's fucking bad. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna pick fun of it. It's fucking bad. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, you're my favorite fuck-ass skeleton. Are you also here to gawk at this insane bullshit?
Oh, it keeps getting weirder.
It does keep getting weirder.
I'd like to bring attention to one quote in particular I am reading on the screen is also deaf, so I know a bit about ableism.
Also deaf, so I know a bit about ableism. They were all deaf. All three of the fictional girlfriends were deaf.
Coming up from this story is going to give me the fucking bends. This rabbit hole's so deep.
It's so deep.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I completely understand people having triggers, which is why, like, having a trigger warning website is totally fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's weird. Now, granted, as, you know, as pointed out, I don't think any of that was actually Cody's work.
No. I don't think this person's done anything except make up girlfriends.
They've made some posts. We're gonna read the posts.
Oh boy.
We're gonna read the posts.
Here we go, boys.
The posts are very funny once you know that they're all bullshit. Tony purposely took the site down, erasing bunch of work that others involuntarily do. Oh my god, yeah, that's right. They did take the site down after getting called out as well. So all of that work is like, you have to use the Wayback Machine to look at it now because none of it's on the live site anymore because it's deleted. But for some reason did not delete One Odd Gamer Girl. That's still up. Which is fun. It's funny. It's really funny. I'm sorry. Okay. So there's a long background in psychology and mental health, is also deaf, so I know a bit about ableism. Probably lost the password, Lebo. Her posts extensively explore topics like mental health themes in games, racism, disabled experience as a deaf person of color, and more recently, experience of life while receiving intense cancer treatments for staged cancer.
What the fuck?
Keeping in mind that the previous girlfriends also died of cancer. They all had cancer.
This guy has a type, and it's chemotherapy, I guess.
Yes!
God damn.
Yes, it's a fucking chemotherapy chaser.
Do you want to know the best thing about relationships with these people?
I've been giving them cancer. Serial killer from imaginary friends. IGN wasn't able to find any individual who had seen her in person or in a video call. IGN was also unable to find a registered therapist by the name of Deborah Vaughn or Damaris Burrow-Vaughn or whatever fucking fake name they invented in Michigan, Illinois, or in Missouri. According to Sanchez, Vaughn presence is generally tried to erase. I knew specifically Cody had messaged me asking for non-white people to be involved. Cody's words, it was only white people who volunteer their time. I wanted to provide depth and exploration for my identity. I only found out that Cody had a partner named Deb after I joined the database and tried having conversations about race there. Cody messaged me telling me that Deb was his new partner. It was going to be central and diversifying who was contributing to the database. It's diversifying the fake black girlfriend I invented.
So I think this is, I only asked people in regular, like, white dude spaces for their thoughts. I can't believe I didn't get a more diverse group. I have to fake them?
Yes. Correct.
What the fuck?
That's the vibe. Irvin claims he was in talks to sell the database to a company like Amazon. Here's where money starts to happen. Money. Amazon declined to comment for this story, as they should. Aside from the database, Vaughn's stories on her Medium page openly discuss sensitive topics like the death of a child, intense racial violence, and proper representation in games. I don't know if I have a link to Vaughn's website, fake website. I'll see if I can find it. It's not in the article, so. One story feeling seen finally in Marvel Spider-Man 2, 5 days before the creation of her Discord account, extensively acknowledges and praises Miles Morales for his girlfriend Haley Cooper. Vaughn recognized their importance as being role models for black disabled individuals, namely young children. Her story recounts what is described as her own experience as a disabled black woman, noticing that Haley made her fall in love with games. The story attracted attention of senior designer at Insomniac Games, which, I mean, on the surface, if you didn't know anything else about this and you saw this article that was like heartfelt and was like, hey, I'm a black gamer and I thought this was a really good story, like, there's no reason not to believe, right? There's no reason not to believe that, like, in a vacuum, right? So they were just like, oh, that's great. That's really cool. But Medium's Gaming Center publication Crossplay, created and owned by Sean Gray, invited Vaughn to become a writer. He immensely enjoyed her story, wanted her to become a frequent contributor. Can I find this article? See if I can find this article. I don't know. Maybe not. It might already be gone from the internet because, oh, there we go. Here we go. Somebody put a paste bin up. Thank you. Or whatever. I'm a 6.5 deaf black woman? Holy shit!
How is she the same height as me?
Holy shit! There's a new quirk in every... Brother.
Damn.
I feel
I've
like being tall is like a net positive. I don't think.
No,
I
not
think you should have
disabled
just made
enough.
yourself real short.
Don't you steal this from me. I'm disabled
when
now.
was this post? When was this fucking post?
I
I'm
mean, your
just
brain
scrolling through
is
this man's
something,
Twitter account
but-
looking for the
I've hit my
insomnia
head on a
post.
lampshade. You can't fathom my pain.
This article hit me right in the heart.
I just like to say that I would
There we
like
go,
to
Damar's
use the
Pearl.
Trigger website
Aw.
for the lobster interactions.
Okay,
and Sword
we're gonna-
Games
we're gonna
my
have to-
lobster.
I
We're
want
gonna-
to see
we're
every
gonna have
game
to-
that
we're
has
gonna have
lobster
to
interactions.
Wayback Machine this son of a bitch because I need to know more
Dang.
about this. 6'5". I don't think I've ever. Someone think I'm disabled because I'm so tall.
So are they like 6'5" without the legs?
6'5". 6'5".
Oh, yeah, their legs.
6'5". No. This one is not the double amputee, guys. This is
I'm
the
sorry, there's so
double
many fake
amputee.
people. I got confused.
It's so
No, hang on.
funny. Them saying they're 6'5" and then somebody asking them was that before or after the amputation.
What if you said after?
Oh, has not archived that URL. That's bullshit. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to the Damaris's medium.com. It looks like that is down for the count.
I could be
R.I.P.
interacting with a lobster right now, but instead I'm here.
R.I.P. Those are dead. Here to know by Sean Barry invited Vaughn to become a writer. An essay. Oh, here we go. There's more fake people in this story. Shortly after, Vaughn was listed as a writer for Crossfire only for Spider-Man 2-piece. Despite not having a social media account, Vaughn's life drew the attention of thousands through Craven's personal social media account. On May 13th, Craven published a post on X about a 96-year-old woman named Bess, who he claimed was Vaughn's mother. Roughly 1 month later, Craven updated social media to explain to others that Bess fell in love with gaming, especially Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Shared a screenshot from a supposed conversation between the two. The 96-year-old woman detailing Ellery was fascination playing the game. The post received approximately 660,000 views, 12,000 likes, roughly 3,000 reposts, and 23 comments. Several hours later, Craven shared an essay post on Crossplay about Breath of the Wild with Bess. I'm sure. Oh, this is still up. Let's go. Bess, of course, passed away peacefully in her sleep at age 97. It appears appropriate to share this essay about her love of Breath of the Wild again. Spend some time sharing games with somebody you love this week. My boarding chat with Bess, the 96-year-old Zelda fan, about how she's enjoying the game. This is some shit that definitely really happened. The 96-year-old grandma playing Legend of Zelda as she peacefully passed away in her sleep or whatever.
They dropped a KitchenAid on her.
It really gets me with this clown constructs false identities are all optimized to win Impression Olympics. It's not just enough to be deaf. She has to have an intersectional excuse to talk with people with mobility problems. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying that no granny has ever played a video game, but I am saying this one is complete bullshit. This one is total bullshit. If there's this much demand for a template stacked black person to write about video games, where is my money? I don't know. Y'all could be doing it. Yeah, I guess. Get out there and write about video games, I guess. Use that. You write good stuff, by the way. Frankie writes good stuff. Frankie's always selling themselves short. Way better than this person writes. We're gonna look at some of the writing. I looked at it because I went on the rabbit hole. I was like, holy shit, what is this blog post like? And they're not good. We're still here. Had to ban the Divi. Anyone know of any native folks who might be able to help us out with Infamous Second Son? This is a perfectly fine request. This is a perfectly fine thing to ask. Vaughn's message on Craven's social media and activity. Well, here's the thing, though. Most of the people doing this work are honest, good people who care. Which is why you're not gonna see, like, people reporting on this as a joke. Because, like, it's hard to... I think it's very funny, and I'm, like, gawking at it, and I'm just stunned at this person's, like, whole grift situation. But at the same time, like... You can't... Like, there's nothing to get outraged about, so to speak. Because, like... You know what I mean? You can't... Like, there's no... Like, I can't pretend, like, the damage is done already. Has the disabled individual ready as release is no easy feat. The disabled moves pretty close. And for approximately 10 years, the gaming industry increasingly supported Craven and his 3 partners, from rewards recognition to funds shared. See, this is the part where it gets scammy, right? And then if you look at the comments, it's like a lot of, oh wow, I can't believe you guys are doing, actual reporting on stuff. I can't believe you could be doing some actual good in this world. Just yes, exactly. And the thing is, like, they didn't need to fake all these identities to do this work. They could have just done this work without faking all this shit. But for some reason, it just felt like like they needed to stack templates to.
Also, not to be that person, but it reeks of I've never had a corporate job, because so many parts of having a corporate job are going and hiring the correct person and people for things like this, where you're like, we want to do this type of a talk on our like socials or something.
Yeah.
We need to find people who are, in the community and they match these specific things that we're going to talk about so they can have their lived experiences.
Right.
This person was making enough money to like have done that. It's just
To
bizarre.
have asked people to do it. Yeah. And now if you look at these tweets, so this is Susan Banks, didn't exist. This is a stock photo. Every single one of the alleged partners, like, is bald, by the way. They are all.
You can tell it's a stock photo as well. It's just got that vibe.
Yeah, it does, for sure. It's not a real person. Every single one of the alleged partners is bald, and they're a bald person in a stock photo. It's kind of weird.
And also, I noticed how they've grayscaled it, so they can't say, wait, that's a white lady.
Right? Well, the post is like, this is that post. I think I fucking know where I was born. Because I think they were trying to head off people's accusations that was a white lady in the pictures. Like, no, I'm Arab. How dare you? And this
What
one,
the fuck?
I love this one. My child asked me why people segregate themselves on the train. I didn't know he knew the word segregate, so that feels like a parenting win. But I also
No,
can't wait to
they
answer this super
fucking
easy, fun.
didn't. Kids don't ask shit like that.
There's no kid. This is made completely up.
That's like the like everyone dies, even wolves, but words don't die. And the guy underneath just went, "Oh, fuck off, Sharon." He did not say that.
I know. We could. Is King loud enough? By the way, let's get your volume up a little bit. Oh, yeah, you're loud enough. Okay. This is like women kind of punchline, but this is not.
This ain't
Like,
about white women.
Yeah, this is not even a. I mean, this is not a white. This person
person's
doesn't exist.
Not even a woman.
Yeah, this person isn't even a woman.
It is a white dude, but
dude. Yeah.
This person's like a fucking dude in like Milwaukee or something.
Well, again, I said this earlier in the stream, but initially, when you look at the writing, it's a they them, and then it drifts to he him. So I think they might actually be a trans man.
Okay.
So that's a wrinkle, because you would assume that it's like a cis man making all the shit up, but it's actually a queer person making this shit up. No, you wouldn't?
I've been
Yeah.
on the internet long enough to think that it would be someone who is queer and very much online, but white and not really that marginalized, who would pull something like this.
Okay, well that
Yeah.
that makes sense. Because that's definitely what it is.
It's definitely like an oppression Olympics moment.
All these people are described as homebodies who never dare allow themselves to be photographed, and in their one profile photo, someone freshly taking garbage. I know, seriously. I went to a studio. Look at the makeup on Susan. Look at the lashes.
Like professionally
Susan is
done.
serving. That is makeup. That is a professional ass makeup job. Like, if you're like not getting your photo taken ever, and this is your profile photo, I mean, it's just a fake picture. It's a stock photo.
Which is doubly impressive considering she's probably on like her 7th round of chemotherapy at this point.
No, would not have been hard to get a profile photo to look like cryptid, right? I had the theme for Reading Rainbow stuck in my head. Oh, hearing people problems. Oh, hearing people problems. Although, I will note that Cody sometimes posts that he's deaf. And then hearing people problems. Which is it, Cody? What's real here?
He's caught in so many lies, he doesn't remember if he can hear or not.
I can't remember if I'm deaf too. Maybe I'm only partially deaf and need a hearing aid. I don't know. This one didn't load. This one did. Other players keep shooting me from a distance because they think I'm one of the Scorched. That definitely really happened, Susan.
Bullshit.
That definitely really happened.
Considering I've played Fallout 76, and if you see a player, they immediately get like a bar over their head.
You can
that's,
tell
like,
who a player
indicative.
is versus not a
Yeah.
player in Fallout 76. That
From like a
is
mile off.
complete bullshit. All right, and that's as
And
far as the
also
tweets
PvP
load. I
doesn't
could
work like
like
that.
go back further and look at this further in the back of timeline. But let's look at some writing. This is the blog that was not deleted from the internet. oneoddgamergirl.net.
Wait, hold on. I
Yeah.
just saw on the last page one of the first things was my heroin addiction.
Yes, correct. So,
There's so many layers like an onion. Oh my god.
so, my heroin addiction. My book on my heroin addiction, which was published in 2013. So my latest book will be devoted to okay, to be fair. Yeah. So, in addition to being a deaf Muslim double amputee,
That's not gonna go over well with the woke
hey, listen,
crowd.
we cut way back on buying liquor because of our gotcha addictions. I mean, yeah, all that money goes to buying waifus now. I don't drink as much anymore because the money's got to come from somewhere, and the gambling addiction has replaced that. So yeah, I mean that video games can help people. I believe in the healing power of video games. This person does not exist. And my book on my heroin addiction. I haven't read this, but I mean, come on, give me a break. This is Susan's blog. It's easy to understand my friend's point of view. Are video games turning our children into zombies? Or being bombarded with horrible stories of Koreans who died for spending too much time behind the screen? It's legitimate to doubt. Anyone with 30 euros and a drinkable internet connection, download the latest website, which I recommend. So, yeah, that helped with her heroin addiction, which is a thing that I'm just now finding out about from this article. But
As somebody who has spent significant time around people with heroin addictions, this person has never met a heroin addict in their fucking life.
I know! That's total bullshit! That's complete bullshit, dude! It's all... there's a couple reviews in here that I read and that I had a good time reading because they're very bland and they're very like, here's whether or not this game is accessible for deaf people. Which, listen, if you're not deaf, you can just mute the fucking game or put on earplugs and do your article about whether or not the game is accessible if you can't hear the game, right? Like that's how you would guess what the accessibility situation was like for a deaf person, right? It's pretty easy to like guess.
Well, that's the thing.
yeah.
Gamers don't do heroin because when you do heroin, you're really doing heroin. You're like out of it for a couple hours. You ain't doing shit.
Oh, yeah, heroin is too powerful of a drug to be a gamer and still do heroin.
It's
Coke,
like
weed, sure, you could do both of those things and still be playing video games, but heroin, not so much.
it's like a couple times, like during medicals, they asked me just like as part of regulation if I was on heroin. I just looked at him and went, "If I was on heroin, I'd be skinnier." And we'd both laugh and laugh.
You know who does heroin? Supermodel deaf teacher advocates. Coke would be way more believable. Yeah, Coke would be way more believable. 7 more lines of Coke.
One new vape.
1 new vape. 2 lines of Coke. 3
That makes
blunts.
me
4
makes
more
me want to
lines
do
of
a line
Coke.
of coke off my fucking Barbie pocket mirror.
5 guys fries. 7 more lines of Coke. Games to help get through depression. Because of course we're also struggling with depression.
Who
Naturally.
the fuck isn't?
I mean,
Exactly.
who isn't? This is all written
I'm
in
gonna-
2015. Listen, I'm gonna click on my favorite articles on this website. Starting
I'm
with
gonna roll up a blunt for this.
starting
I can't do
with,
this sober.
best MMORPG games. We're gonna click on. Well, actually, let's click on my favorite games. And it's just a list of like some fucking random shit.
Oh no, their taste is bad.
Yeah, their taste isn't even good. Yeah.
That's the real disability here.
They like Pandemic a lot. Discworld, the Discworld game. There's no plagiarism allegations. The writing isn't plagiarized because it's just fucking bad. And then the best MMORPG games. This is the most dog shit like article Every person who's attracted to the world of video games has become curious about a particular genre. MMORPG, also known as Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game, which in Spanish would be like role-playing games massively multiplayer online, they are video games that allow the player to connect to a vast and magnificent world full of riches, with their own culture, economy, market, and a great diversity of characters and different race expressions, among other things. Once you join, you can immerse yourself. After you're done here, there's no way you're gonna fucking review Dear Esther. I don't know, dude. This is supposed to be for I know! Listen! If you told me ChatGPT had written this bullshit paragraph, I'd be like, yeah, it sounds like something ChatGPT would write. This was written in 2015!
Well, Lita, they had to train ChatGPT on something.
ChatGPT would do a better job. Once you join, you can immerse yourself, which in Spanish would be like... Once you join, you can immerse yourself in a virtual world and meet friends at increased levels, experience, and get money to improve their weapons, besides challenging other people in PvP environments. In the same way, you organize groups in which you dare to see the world, going through all kinds of dangers and monstrosities in PvM, or player versus monster environments. There is no upside to cocaine. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless you just like getting high.
Definitely is, my brother.
Let's like getting high. I mean, I've never done cocaine. I have no experience with cocaine.
I have done it a handful of times, and I'm like, never again.
And then never again? Yeah, because I'm sure the hangover is fun.
It's not even that. I feel like I can crack the planet, and then I'm just like, okay, no, I can't be doing this.
There's the one upside. Well, I don't think I should be given cocaine, because I already have those manic moments where I feel like I could crack the planet, and I feel like I would just become unstoppable and destroy it myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you guys give Lita enough subs, I'll give Lita cocaine at Disneyland and record it.
Oh my god!
I'll
my
smuggle
God.
it into Disneyland.
Smuggling
if you
cocaine
give
to Disneyland, I'm
Scrub
just gonna
enough
get
subs.
fucking high at Disneyland.
And if you give Scrub enough subs, Lita will snort cocaine off of Scrub.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Now we're talking.
Twitch is probably not gonna like this one, guys. No, we're kidding. It's a joke. It's Pratware, thank you.
It's in Minecraft. We're talking about in Minecraft. And I would also love to point out that it is calcium joining VCs that causes this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I'm not. Should I put the drugs and alcohol warning on the stream? I forgot to do that. It just kind of came up spontaneously.
Trigger
because
Sorry.
talking about the
Sorry, you
drugs.
have to put catfish in.
interactions
I
and
have to
Lobster
put
interaction.
trigger warning, drugs and alcohol. Thank you.
Lobsters and cocaine.
The first time I heard about this game, they were in the expansion of the Burning Crusade, but I didn't want to download it because of the impressive size on disc. Oh, blah, blah. This is so fucking boring. Boring. And then they're explaining the classes this is just...
I have never once heard of Latale in my life.
And you could write an interesting article about some fucking MMO I never heard of and show me some screenshots or whatever, but instead they wrote this. That's why Latale is not just any MMO action RPG, because the first moment you start, you'll be part of an exciting new adventure as you get to know friends who will help you raise your level and get equipment within this
So
vast
generic.
and beautiful world designed with elegance and intrigue. It's up to you to combine your skills and equipment to see if you are worthy of fighting alongside the heroic and beautiful Iris of defending the entire kingdom of aliens from danger, and why not? That's a long-ass sentence.
Shockingly generic. What are the games in this thing?
That's the three best MMORPG games ever made. World of Warcraft, Ragnarok Online, and Latale. That's it. That's the only MMORPG games that are the best. And if you disagree, then you're not a deaf, gay,
Online?
Muslim cancer patient.
Ragnarok Online. Fucking A. The real disability here is the lack of taste.
And now, let's continue. When did FF14 come out? A long time ago.
They mentioned World of Warcraft
the
Legion.
The old FF14, so Realm Reborn was good, and the previous FF14 wasn't good.
Yeah, they
Esports
mentioned
and World of
Legion.
Warcraft. What are the prospects? Now, here's where we get to shady affiliate links. Yay!
My favorite corner of the internet. I worked in this for a while.
Because were you not confident this was a scam? Oh, how about some shady affiliate links? These days, you have lots of options when it comes to paying the subscription fee. You can acquire a 30-day pass, you could go to Poker Video Gratuit and use the poker promotion from Wild Sultan Casino and play for the whole year, depending on your luck.
Look, disabled Muslim models don't get paid much.
Yeah, I gotta do the shady gambling. Oh, look at this one. How to bet on esports. Oh, more shady affiliate links. Oh, how cute. Canadians can start their search at Canadian No Deposits, a great site for finding the best minimum legal deposit casinos online in Canada. So yeah, you know, just a little Trojan horse of please bet on my esports tournaments using these gambling sites. You know, in case I wasn't making enough money from the primary grift. I have a little secondary grift going on. Now, if you're curious about any of these articles, let me know, but I am going to go to my favorite one. Playing through stroke recovery, that's pretty good. Totally How to Stroke, of course. Whiteout and Game Life, a memoir are real books. I would love to learn more about Whiteout. My book about heroin addiction that totally is real and happened.
Also, Whiteout's not what they call...
Written by Michael W.
dose.
Clune? This is oneoddgamergirl.net. I don't... Unless this is some other... I thought this was all the important writing of Susan Banks. Is it a completely different person who wrote those books? None of these have bylines. If a different person wrote this, then...
Yeah, and it's not about heroin, it's about Oh, it is about heroin, but
heroin.
It's completely incorrect because it's got a razor on top of it, and it's about a cocaine allegory. That's what whiteout means.
Yeah. Huh?
So this motherfucker doesn't know drugs either.
Because they invent... Yeah. What? Who is that person? Is that a real person too? Is that a fake person too? How many fake people are involved in this story? They seem far more real? Okay, so this is a real person's book that is being attributed to this person's blog? I'm so confused. I mean, this is the URL. Fuck? This is the URL of the... And this is definitely their... Cody's just out here saying they wrote these books, just assuming no one would Google? I don't know! I'd love to learn. I'd love to know more. I'm investigating this in real time. I don't know what's happening.
How I can just pick out this thing and then I just glance over and see, and then I had a stroke.
Yeah, and then I had a stroke, right? Because the odd gamer girl had a stroke, and also is schizophrenic.
My God.
Diagnosed with schizophrenia and heroin addiction, and then had a stroke. And at the time around my stroke, now the stroke thing lines up because they said that she died after her second stroke. So that lines up with the other. I don't know how you can do heroin if they play Farming Simulator 19. Where are you getting from Farming Simulator 19 after heroin? I don't know.
Me doing heroin in Euro Truck Simulator to simulate
Another new feature is my ability
driver.
to understand and regulate my emotions. Blah blah blah. Gaming after schizophrenic. Okay, I'm gonna go to my favorite article. You gotta be. There's a couple schizophrenia ones. This is my favorite one. A refugee in Skyrim.
Oh my God!
Buckle up! Buckle up!
Off.
Buckle up for this one.
Here.
This one's really good. Okay, so
Let me
first,
put on a more appropriate outfit for this.
this one is. This is my favorite. Okay, now I will acknowledge that it is not like. I mean, if for some reason this, if this for some reason this is true, then I'm sorry for this person. But I'm pretty sure this article is complete and utter fabricated bullshit because if the person mentioned what's her name? Melek. If you happen to stumble across the stream and you're you're out there, buddy, and it turns out that you're a real person, then I'm sorry for picking fun of you and your struggle. But I'm about to do that because I'm pretty sure you're not a real person. All right, so Melek is from Syria, and she's not lived in the U.S. for very long, but in the short time she's been here, she's grown fond of games, although usually not violent ones. This is my friend. All right. Me, Susan, of Scrub Bean has changed avatars.
Yeah, I'm a Muppet now.
Yeah,
I felt like it fit a little bit better for
I-
the theme today.
So Muppet.
I
Okay.
also want it noted before we read this. That's
Okay.
a little bit of detail.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen deployment in Syria, so I'm very interested in seeing where this goes.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell us all about how realistic this depiction of Syria is from this article from a person who's totally from Syria. Or writing about a person from Syria. So, playing Skyrim Touches to Excellent Ones, I had the Frostfire, Campfire, Wet and Cold mods installed to make it more of a survival game, and then a Live Another Life alternate start mode. I don't know anything about these mods. I'm just gonna take for granted that this part is real, and that there's, like, mods that make Skyrim,
Those
like,
mods do exist.
yeah,
I've played
harder
them.
to play. Like, they make it, like, more survival-y or something. She wanted to make a character as similar to herself as possible, so I suggested she create a dark elf, given that many of them are refugees in Skyrim. She was drawn to the magical affinity of the Breton. As a Yazidi woman with a strong interest in the mysticism of her faith, that seemed like an even better choice for her character. Thanks to the Live Another Life mod, we chose a start that would be somewhat similar to what she endured in Syria, and Malek entered the game as an outlaw in the wild.
What the fuck?
As soon as she gained control of her character, she noticed the other outlaw saying good morning to her and commented how even within hated groups and in Skyrim you humanize each other. You exchange pleasantries no matter how difficult things are for you because it might be the best part of your day. She felt better hanging out in the world after that friendly greeting. Before heading out, she looted everything she could from camp. You never know what someone will buy from you, she told me. You start the game with Cyrodiil instead of Skyrim? Oh, that's cool. Armed with her decent set of fur armor, a scant amount of ingredients in her pack, and 88 septims, Malk left her outlaw friends behind and set off for civilization. Shortly after leaving camp, her started to cemetery rubble, and she was severely hungry. She had to find food or her performance would begin to suffer. Spotting a horker nearby, she equipped her flamespell and sword and went hunting. Unit being level 1, unfamiliar with the game, and armed with an iron sword, the hunt didn't go well. She died 3 times before deciding she wouldn't be able to kill the horker, she would have to try for food elsewhere. Starving, getting colder by the minute, and now severely thirsty, she headed toward the nearest town. Then there was a pack of wolves. This is all just normal-ass Skyrim at this point. This is normal Skyrim. Normal-ass Skyrim. Set out again, still deharving, dehydrated and freezing, counters a wolf. The time she wins the fight. Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm still caught up on the part where it was my non-white friend is playing a class. I told them to play a dark elf.
Right!
I'm still hung up on that. That's fucked up.
My friend,
That's really
my
fucked up.
non-white friend, I said you should play a dark elf. Okay.
I'm not racist. I have many dark elf friends. Like,
yeah, that's what it says. It says that. It says, I suggested you create a dark elf.
just like
yeah.
you.
Just you make a dark elf. They're hated refugees just like you. What if
There's
you
no
let
way
more
that people-
remind you of your life in Syria so that I can gawk on your pain for my enjoyment and entertainment?
Hey, do you want to play the persecuted race that when you walk into one of the major cities, you literally get racially assaulted?
There's no way that people didn't read this and go, yeah, a white person wrote this. Like, right?
It
Right?
reads
There's
like
no
a white
way.
guy.
Okay, so I told you this was my favorite article on the page. It's so funny. Dude, it's so funny. It tells me about her husband and son, both of them have passed away, how they used to try to hunt, but being city slum dwellers, they were both terrible at it. She tells me with a hint of shame in her eyes how she and her daughter, also gone now, would go into the houses of families lucky enough to have fled to Turkey or anywhere else safer and take any food they may have left, which was never much.
That does not fucking happen.
That's the sentence of all time.
does
Holy shit,
not
this person's never
fucking
left an
happen.
American city. What the fuck?
This person pretending to be all these people's house even less real than the people they're pretending to be. I know.
What the fuck?
This is killing
Oh my
me.
God.
Reading this is killing.
The 3-hit knockout of we tried to hunt, but we lived in the city, so we're terrible at there's nothing here. We're terrible at it.
We're just
And then
terrible at the hunting.
we tried to loot people's houses, but there was never much. It just keeps coming. Stream keeps on giving,
It
Lita.
just keeps coming. Along her path, she finds a house, so she goes in to see if there's somebody inside who will buy her forks and tankards. This is back in Skyrim. Inside, she finds a dead body and tells me, "You think you won't ever get used to that, seeing dead people, but eventually your only thoughts are that it's not your family, and you're thankful for that." She takes what she can from the cabin,
Bullshit.
just nothing more than garlic bread or raw rabbit leg and
Absolute bullshit. My God. I also want to point out the majority of cities in Syria are pretty fucking chill.
Oh,
Like,
no,
the majority of them
no,
are fine.
no! They're tragic. It's tragic. We're limping from house to house looting because we can't survive. It's
No.
all
Fox-
bombed out. Yeah, it's
Fox News has only showed me bombed out nothing. There's no cities. That must be
That's
all that
like
exists.
pretty much just Aleppo. But you need to remember that in Syria they have fucking major cities such as like Raqqa, Hama, Damascus,
if you want someone to feel
Qamishli.
marginalized, I'd recommend I play Dark Elf without a Khajiit, the people who are actually just trusted and safe. Also true. Also true. I played a Khajiit in Skyrim because I wanted to be cat. It was fun. But yeah, they're the ones that get racist. People get racist against them too. After a few minutes in the elements, Malik begins to freeze to death. She tries to make a fire but loses consciousness before she can gather the required wood. After a brief blast scream, she wakes, slowly getting back to her feet to find she was rescued and brought to a tavern with a roaring fire pit in the middle of a friendly barkeep giving her a warm welcome. Once she warmed her hands to the fire, she tries to sell her kitchenware to the kind man. He's not buying. Although she lives with me. New plot twist. Malik doesn't often talk about her lives in Syria. I know what she survived, and I know that she's the only member of her family that did survive. But that's about it. This is the only time we ever hear about the Syrian roommate, by the way. This never comes up again. It's just this one article.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is just this one article. I don't see mention of her in any of the others. It's just, we needed her for this story only. I know that she survived, and she's the only member of her family that did survive, but that's about it. Trying to survive Skyrim sparks something in her that gets her talking about being back home. When the barkeep won't buy her kitchenware, she tells me about the winter, the second one after the start of the Civil War, that her husband, a barber, cut off her and her daughter's hair to sell to a man he'd heard was buying hair for wigs. She said it was the most humiliating time of her life because a woman isn't supposed to cut her hair, but they were desperate. To make it that much worse, the hair buyer wouldn't take theirs because it was too light in color. But desperation also makes you resourceful, and she says, we may have been bareheaded for a while, but my kids had warm feet that winter because I lined their shoes with the hair. I'm struck
Ew.
with the genius.
Bro.
That's my favorite paragraph in this.
This is
Bro,
awesome.
somebody fucking stuffed their hand
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The hair buyer wouldn't take my children's hair because their locks were too pure and golden. So I simply made shoe linings to keep their feet warm.
I hope you learn from this cool experience.
I'm sorry, this is making me die. It's so funny. The tragedy porn is immense. I'm struck by the genius of that and ashamed that I never knew that was something anyone had to resort to. I don't think anyone actually ever had to resort to that.
You do realize that places like the Red Cross literally go in and give out like food and clothing and vaccinations, right?
Listen, her children's hair was too light for the hair seller. The hair seller wouldn't buy it because it was too light. They were just too fucking beautiful, King of Calcium. Don't you understand?
Oh no, my children's are so Aryan. Oh no.
Oh no, my children's are too pale.
Since
They've-
this is the only guy that she's mentioned, the only time she's mentioned this roommate, did she like kick this roommate out?
I don't know what happens to the roommate after this. It's a complete
Let's cancel
mystery.
her for kicking this poor
They
roommate out.
resembled
I can't
tall,
believe
fair-haired
I
people
can't
of the
believe
north.
Susan Banks would kick this Syrian refugee out into the cold after teaching her how to play Skyrim. Unbelievable.
Well, that's why they made them play the survival mod, so they know what they're getting into.
Syria in winter isn't actually that cold, like you're not going to get frostbite in Syria. Her children's feet! This makes perfect sense if you assume Syria is a one-to-one of Skyrim. Although she's not
Dude,
as
you're
outlaws,
right.
put a
That is what
bounty
they
on
assumed.
her head in solitude. Run to where? Back to the cold? If I go to jail, I might lose some progress, but it'll be warm and I'll be able to sleep and might get a meal. She takes the chance and submits to the guard. That approach is something I'd ever have considered in my own game. Had it been me, I'd have run and not come back to the area. But the other person that I invented is so much more clever than me. Who I'm also invented, but whatever. Turns out she was right. In jail, she got warm and had a meal and got to sleep. And when she left she did with the clean slate and can now roam about solitude freely and find work to make a law-abiding living, also a novel concept for me in Skyrim. It's then I realized how she was able to escape Syria and likely why she is still alive today. She's arrested
While-
for the crime of being Yazidi and was taken across the border to a refugee hospital in Turkey when the prison was bombed. Of course she opted for jail. Go ahead,
While I was
KOC.
in Syria, the lowest temperature I ever saw was 9 degrees Celsius.
90?
9
9?
Celsius.
9 Celsius. Okay, not even freezing then. Okay.
Let me get that in Fahrenheit for the Yankees.
Fahrenheit's so much easier for my brain
48.
to understand. No, I didn't. 9 Celsius. 48 degrees. Yeah, it's not even cold.
Yeah, you can like sleep out on that.
Sorry, I totally misheard the word. 90
Yeah,
degrees
it's fine.
Celsius makes no sense. No, my
90
brain,
Celsius
my
would
brain
kill you.
automatically converts temperatures to Fahrenheit because I am a dirty Yankee who doesn't understand Celsius
You're
temperatures.
fine.
Yeah, 9 degrees.
Also, I'm curious about what prison was apparently bombed.
I don't know. She was arrested for the crime of
I
her
want it
race
noted.
and religion.
Not only that was I deployed there, I'm also a fucking ordnance engineer. I would have known about it.
Okay. Well, then why weren't you there? Why didn't you rescue poor Malik?
Because as far as I know-
your captain. Okay, so this is you're confirming that this is complete bullshit.
People are not bombing fucking field hospitals and prisons.
Yeah, how could you drop the ball like that?
Kalshim, I
Once
can't
freed
believe
from the
that you
sub-
condemned this poor woman's daughter and husband to death, and it's all your fault for sure.
Well, she was crawling away on her stumps, and I was too busy like looking at it. What the fuck?
Out of curiosity, I asked her since she sided with the Stormcloaks. Money is money. Oh, this is good too. I tried to convince her of my firm belief that the Stormcloaks are terrible racists, but she won't have it. She asked me if I know what it's like to have my religion made illegal or to fear for my life because of my faith. I'm familiar with the latter as an American Muslim, but on a very different level than she is. And tells me the first people need to be able to have their faith and then you address the racism. Again, I can't argue with that logic given her intimate experience with this matter.
There is no way that if she grew up with this hardship, she is that educated socioeconomically.
Listen,
just
you just have to let
in,
people
like, a
have their
social-
faith and then you deal with the racism. I can't
There
believe
is-
I have to say
oh
this.
my
This is so...
fucking God.
I hate this sounds so shallow. Yeah, this is complete bullshit, right?
Yeah, there is no way she is that educated on the matter if she was like scrounging for
And I've
scraps and
learned
lining
more
her
about
shoes with
her through
hair.
playing Skyrim through any other conversation. She lost her entire family while I was calcium in Syria. Military stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lost her entire family in what I could only describe as hell. Yeah, the skeleton war. Yeah, skeleton warrior stuff.
I've
House
seen
in
Syria and a lot of Northern Africa.
my uncle who works at Nintendo. Completely. A very real person who there are no other posts about.
Wait.
This is, yeah.
They said that she never talked about Syria,
Mhm.
and then they're talking about what she described her experiences of being in Syria as.
Yeah. Then she just went completely off. She just went off, bro. Oh, the Skyrim just opened her heart, and suddenly she wanted to talk all about that. Yeah, that's my favorite article on the website. It is very fucking funny.
Kind of a
most-
skill issue for freezing to death in 90 degrees Celsius Syria.
No, not 90 degrees Celsius, 9 degrees.
I
which, you
know.
But yeah, it is a skill issue. But I heard all of her children are dead.
Like, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable sleeping out in that.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
you're
I would
not
be
going to die
cold
from
at
the
40
frostbite.
degrees. I'd be shivering. I'd want a nice blanket, but you know.
Well, not being funny, over here, like 15 Celsius is considered summer temperature. So it's like, you're not that bad off in terms of temps.
This is the now there is a YouTube channel. And it's not that funny, but I will link it anyway because I was fascinated by it because it has literally 1 subscriber.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find that again. I know I had pulled it up at one point. I have a lot of supplemental links here. Maybe I can't find it. I had at one point. It's actually linked from one of these articles in here. So yeah, there is a YouTube channel. Single subscriber. Oh, I found it. Here it is. There we go. It's S. Banks. a totally real person who definitely exists. That's her website. Gamer girl. This one doesn't load, but the .net loads. So the .com doesn't load, but then the .net loads just fine. So it's still up, and it is still quote unquote her, because it is the same bullshit, like, of all that bullshit. How old is this channel? It is from like 2014. I think the last time there was a post here was 6 years ago. It's like an 8-year-old. It's an 8-year-old channel. Now these videos.
All of you,
what?
All of you could be a part of history by subscribing to this channel.
We can all subscribe to this channel right now. Let's
Don't
all
you want your
subscribe
name
to good old
anchored to
S-Banks' real person channel. That is definitely a real human being. The videos aren't that funny because, like, there's no audio in them because, of course, this is a deaf person doing deaf posting. So they're literally just game
I'm
footage.
sorry, I love the term deaf posting.
Yeah, deaf posting. And they only have like 5 or 6 views. Like, none of these have been...
I assure you.
And 4 of those views have been yours.
Right. This is me. I'm the 5th view on the video right now.
Hold on, did they link a fucking music video?
Not
underneath?
Craven is Cody's YouTube account. All the videos, unless I do have one link though, I'll see the link. Yeah, but if you've got it, this is Susan Banks' YouTube. There's nothing interesting about any of these. Occasionally there's a video review, and the video review is like just game footage, and then the actual review part is in the captions. They didn't actually. Oh, you can DM it to me on Discord. That works, and I'll post it up. This stream is we here talking shit. Yeah, so the review is just like the subtitles. It says 13 views, and 2 of those views are me. Because I was just like
stealing views from a minority.
I'm stealing views from a minority. All right, I'm gonna click on this.
You are the oppressor.
Oh, okay. Do we want to watch the video? Is this actually Cody? The mystery of who Cody is going to be revealed now? Oh, okay.
Cool.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, dear Lord. Here
This
we
is
go.
unlisted. Oh my goodness.
Hello, and welcome to Building Equitable and Inclusive Studios with Disabled Employees, or Why It Took Me 18 Years to Land a Job. I am Courtney Craven, and I'm very excited to be speaking at this year's Accessibility Toronto Gaming
that name had been
Conference.
used previously. I don't want to say like that's a dead name or something, but
I am the founder of CanIPlayThat.com, and if you're not familiar with our work, we're the largest media outlet devoted entirely to accessibility in video games and tech, and we're also written for and staffed entirely by disabled people. I'm an accessibility.
How many of those people
consultant
existed
in both video games and higher education? I am a captioning project manager for Unreal Engine at Epic Games, where I've been a contractor for going on 3 years.
So he really
now.
did work for
I'm
Epic.
a writer. I have a
That was the
novel
other thing I had a question
10
about.
People have read, and I'm
Because
a
that
writer
felt like-
as well. So what am I here to talk to you about today?
There's like
You
flim
may
flam
have
that
noticed
means
that
credential.
video games themselves
You're
are
playing
becoming
Fortnite
more and more accessible
right
and
now?
inclusive of disabled people. But we're not seeing that same shift in
I
game
kind of like the
jobs in
glasses.
industry.
The gay glasses are
How do we
kind of
work
cool.
to change that so that game jobs are just as inclusive and accessible of disabled people as the games we
If you think
play
about it,
are?
people who only
That's what I'm
exist
here
in
to
someone
talk to you
else's
about
head
today.
do exist. Well, that they're
This is
marginalized
gonna be
because of their
a
lack
personal talk for me.
corporeal
I'm gonna
form.
Pull a lot from my own
And yet
experience
somehow
as an
there's still a
autistic and chronically ill
WMPT.
person working in the games industry. Use a lot of my own
I don't know
experience
if, if this
help
is going to
make
be
my
like a
points.
fully interesting video to watch, but let's like fast forward a little bit and see what the name who's going by until 10 months ago. The Transmax name is recent. I don't know. Their Courtney's since Cody's an abbreviation. Okay,
Zoom meetings,
fair.
things like that. Spend some time.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to like, but they apparently he does introduce himself as Courtney and like is called Courtney in most of the articles that Susan Banks quote unquote wrote about
in
him,
meetings
so.
and on Zoom meetings, things like that. Spend some time looking at who's talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. This is like loading very slowly, of course. But like, how many views does this have? 492 views.
So it makes sense
Uh-huh.
that a lot of roles are temporary.
I mean, this is
The
legit.
problem
Like
with
that's
that,
like that's
you do
legit.
post-
Like game studios
Yeah,
rely
that's like
heavily on
actual.
contract work. This makes sense because games jobs come with a lot of temp jobs. When I did game stuff, I was in a contract position. It was one of those contract to hire things, and the project didn't launch. That shit happens all the time in games. Very
I was
difficult.
also contract for esports. I've always been contract for esports. There are very few full times. This is not surprising.
This is completely legit. This thing that they're pointing out. And then what's this other slide?
You would know a lot more about this than me, the both of you.
Yeah.
Paths into
But it's the
the
very least proof of life. Yeah. And it's relatively recent post, right? 2 years ago? Yeah, okay. Does everyone you give your attention to look like you? Have they had similar paths into the industry? Is their general experience existing in spaces? It's so disheartening that, like, you know, people pick fun of this kind of thing, but, like, I do believe that there should be advocacy for disabled people in gaming. And the fact that this was a complete grift is just like, you know? Like, what? Why would...
I recognize the logo without having known anything about this prior. So I think it's a possibility that in my previous employment work, I had to interact with that logo, and therefore this person's fake company in some way.
This person's fake company in some way. Is there an older Twitter? Is there an older Twitter? Yeah, the video itself is, I mean, again, part of the reason this is so goddamn infuriating is, like, some of this work is, like, legitimately good work. And I don't know why you had to invent a fake girlfriend, 6 different fake girlfriends. This is the interview with Susan. Why did you call your blog One Odd Gamer Girl? I felt out of place and had no idea there was a whole community of women gamers. Every single time I tell someone I'd really gotten into video games, they said the same thing. Well, that's very odd, isn't it? Reaction to people always had the oddness somewhere. That's not true, by the way. They always say, "Oh, my son would love you." That's what they always say to me. I say, like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go home and play Fortnite," and they're like, "Oh, my son would love you." That's what they always say every single time. It's not. That's really odd. I've never heard that one.
That's really funny.
Never heard that one. And it's never daughter either. I always wonder why. Maybe someday somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, my daughter would," but it's always my son every time. If they have a son, anyway. Being a deaf gamer has been interesting for sure. My partner and I both play a lot, and she's hearing. And it's just amazing to me how our different experiences are. So in this, sometimes Cody is also pretending to be deaf. I don't know why that sometimes happens.
Are they deaf or hard of hearing?
I don't know.
Because it seems with the way that they communicated in the video that they were perfectly sort of able to communicate properly.
Yeah, that's not how someone who's been deaf lifelong speaks in a public speaking position.
But
so
he didn't say lifelong. He said he lost his hearing at some point or another, and, like, I don't know, maybe got it back.
Yeah,
that's unclear what the lie was there, or what they were pretending was true.
It's confusing, but not necessarily bullshit until we get clarification of the details.
Yeah, until you get clarification. If they aren't able to hire a disability consultant, is that a thing? And the very least thing they could do is try to play the game with the sound off, which is exactly what you're doing to write those reviews. That's it, right? You mentioned in your bio that you use games to self-medicate. Regarding representation of a mentally ill character, I thought that was handled poorly. I appreciate they didn't have Josh actually hurt anyone. I play Elder Scrolls Online and Destiny. I really appreciate that you enjoy my blog and are interested in my accessibility. So, I mean, someone could completely give this interview without realizing that this person didn't exist, because, like, it's over email, right? Like, it's not, they didn't talk to them. This article is over 8 years of making outdated information, such as the fact that this person doesn't fucking exist. Yeah, so that's that. And then this is Can I Play That? We already looked at that. This is 2B. 2B is the second fake cancer patient Muslim girlfriend who was the sister of the first cancer patient Muslim girlfriend. And there's only one article on 2B. There's only one article on 2B's blog. And it's about how losing my hair led to deeper intimacy with my partner. And this is about how when I began losing my hair after undergoing chemo and radiation on my head, I resented the passage and its author for writing something they were clearly out of touch with. My hair loss would be permanent, made my resentment that much stronger.
I want to point out that not only are they sisters, which like they both have hearing loss. Fine, that can be hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
But they both have cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and they both have cancer at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and they've both gone bald at the same time.
Yes, correct. And they both dated
fuck?
Courtney.
Were these people eating fucking like radon paint chips?
Because
going on?
they lost their hair at the same time. They're twinsies.
Now she's
Yeah,
tunnel buddies
Fredson's
with her own
right.
sister.
They keep bringing up hair loss and baldness. This is another fetish alert.
Always.
Cinema Sins ding.
Every single time. Like
'Cause
the
I've been paying
refugee
attention-
had to shave off all her hair. This person,
been-
oh, I'm a hijabi and I have to ensure my hair remains covered when I'm out in the world. My parents really believe the Muslim must have long hair to be obedient to Allah. A certain Allah cares more about how I treat others. The biggest tell they keep so they cannot keep track of who has them. Long hair meant I was being a good wife. Being a good wife meant a life with minimal pain. I pride myself
And
on
I
having put
also-
those false beliefs behind me, or so I thought, until I was diagnosed with a brain tumor last year.
I also want to point out that in Islam, it's perfectly okay for a woman to cut her hair.
Oh. You should have told that to Tubi. How dare you question Tubi's religion?
I'm sorry to tell you how your own religion works, Tubi, but Muslim women have always been allowed to cut their hair.
Oh, she's not being good to Allah. Yeah. So I thought I was diagnosed with, but she has a brain tumor. So I'd always naively thought that if I was ever diagnosed with cancer, I would not be one to let a slave family trip me up. Not something as it's not going to go over well with the woke mob. It was just hair. The day before my surgery, I sat in the dining room as my partner cut off my hair that hung to my waist. We laughed as they cut it ever shorter through questionable styles. Yeah,
I thought it was falling out due to radiation and chemotherapy.
Wait,
Yeah,
what is
what the heck?
happening? It's falling
Also-
out. It's falling out, but also my partner is cutting it and shaving my hair because that's not his fetish at all.
Can I say something completely cancelable?
That is the stream, Calcium, so go on.
So whenever I like shave off my beard and like mustache or whatever, I always shave it like into certain like styles. I always go for like the I always like walk into my like current girlfriend at the time's room with like the Austrian painter and go, "Well, what do you think?"
Oh my god.
And then they're like, "Go shave it off. I hate you."
Yo, shave it off. I hate you. Put the Hitler mustache on and be like, do you think I can pull this look off?
Yeah.
My dad would do that when he would shave.
No.
He would. It's a bit.
That's so good. That's such a good bit. Oh, yeah. I did the thing my ex-husband always threatened to do while feeling loved and wanted. My long, thick hair lay in a massive pile on the floor and did not give
I
a
thought
second
it was falling
thought.
out.
Wait.
No, it was long and thick!
It's a massive pile of thick hair, but it was falling out due to radiation.
Yeah.
Wait, wait.
Which is it? Is it long
I can't
thick
keep
or are you
track.
like
You know
chemo
what?
and-
I really, really admire this person's commitment to doing no research. It's really good. Not even a little bit of a Google search. They had, I guess, Sikhism mixed up with being Muslim about the
Yeah.
cutting the hair thing.
Oh, okay.
And also, they thought that Syria has, like, very freezing temperatures. No, they should continue to do no research. This is
I
great.
also want to
Continue.
point out that like at no point
Please
was
continue
a-
to post. The internet needs your posts.
at
Your
no
posts
point-
are giving me life, Cody Craven. We want you to keep posting.
At no point was a prison or a field hospital ever like struck by non-terrorist explosives as well.
I worked at Walmart and I cut down to the Hitler one day and went in. Oh my god, how did that go overpowered? I was
It's
experiencing a
unironically
new
so
hairstyle.
funny.
This all changed when my surgery was only semi-successful. They weren't able to move the entire tumor, and I would need chemo and radiation. Okay, sure,
Fine. You're already having chemo and radiation. That's
I thought
why
you were
it's-
already having whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the order of events in this stupid story is.
Well, the thing is, they start a lie out, and then they immediately contradict themselves and prove themselves wrong the next fucking paragraph.
And then they don't go back and edit the previous paragraph. They just post the whole
And
thing
it's
stream
like-
of consciousness.
It feels like them like mad libbing at some point. You know what I mean?
That was precisely where I'd be losing my hair. My partner and I didn't talk on the way home from the appointment. We were both stuck on now bad memories. Courtney, on what a joke they had made of the medieval monk hairstyle just a week before, and how they had mindlessly ran their fingers through my hair, brushed it out of my face, expressed love and affection through their hands and my hair. Now what would they do? Rub fingers over a bare head, complete with cartoon squeak sounds? Yeah, probably lick it too. In the days before radiation therapy began, my partner tried to comfort me.
Can I interject here?
Of course you can!
I have a friend who is bald.
That's fine.
And on a number of occasions, we've been walking through like a Walmart or something, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a plunger.
I want to stick the plunger on their head!
Yup. Can't unsync that.
Love it. I love it.
That's not gonna go over well with the wall.
It's not gonna go over well with the whip mop. This morning I noticed
My
the
God.
light and colored fuzzy wisp becoming my normal dark and thick stubble. Oh, I almost reminded of my ex-husband who threats to shave my head to shame me. I turn, yeah. And then there's this actual fanfic. But shit didn't happen.
And then everybody in the Starbucks clapped.
God, we haven't even gotten to Evil Toaster. I know. We're gonna get to Evil Toaster.
What do you mean, evil
What?
toaster?
What the fuck?
Can the Down with the Sis bus just run me over already? This is so
I-
much, Lita.
Lena, I need to know. On a scale of 1 to 10, how deep are we in this?
Well, Evil Toaster's a different topic. So
Oh,
it's a different topic. There's two more topics. Okay. And if we don't get to that, I didn't even know if we would get to Evil Toaster. This article goes on for a hot fucking minute, okay? Like, I've been a doctor in hair restoration, but not in the nosy, what's under your hijab probing manner of many others. She didn't know what she wanted to do with her own hair and was seeking inspiration. Something tells me this isn't what you're looking for. It's a bit more drastic than I'm ready for. I think this is the game you're playing tonight. Courtney and I went to the point when we sat there with the doctor explained why I would have done anything to not be a bald woman. I had no desire to reject myself to any amount of pain to not be a bald woman. I've grown to love the way my partner looks at me, studies me on the days I hand them my razor and how powerful I feel on the days I do it myself. I love that I've been released from my longest held fear. And not because it happened to me and shameful. Perhaps in time I'll consider hair restoration. But instead they just disappeared and stopped existing and became a third fake girlfriend because
yeah,
I don't know,
like,
we
this
got
is
tired
the
of that
only
one, I
thing about
guess.
them.
we got
And I
tired
wanna-
of that one.
I want to point out it's written in the exact same style as everybody else.
Oh yeah, they all have the same voice. Is this the one written by the 96-year-old woman? Okay, this is the 96-year-old woman. We're just talking about this 96-year-old grandma who learned how to play Breath of the Wild. This is also a completely fake person who doesn't exist. I like when they do the old lady voice. I don't know. I've been spending more time outside after I play this. Hell, some folks don't even like him. But I'm playing with Link and he finds all these things in his world to keep him going. You know, when I cut the grass with the sword, there's crickets I can use. Look up in the trees and there's puzzles to give you those little seeds. So now I'm outside my house looking at all those same things and wondering, what's under the tall grass? What's at the top of this tall tree? I mean, I'm 96 and I ain't climbing no trees. But I can still wonder. I ain't climbing no trees.
Old people do not talk like this.
Yes, they do. That's how old people talk. I'm sorry.
No, that is written like a script, and you could read that in an old southern man's voice, and it's the exact same shit. They're writing a cowboy disguising as a pensioner here.
That's Bess, my girlfriend's 96-year-old grandmother.
Hear me out a little bit here. I'm spending more time outside after I play this, making me notice things I didn't before. Little things I would mostly ignore. I don't think most folks feel alright their everyday surroundings. Hell, some folks don't even like them. But I'm playing with Link. See? You see what I mean?
Yeah, you were trying to see that class has grown. Yeah, King of Calcium is joining us today. I found the article about the unwelcome state for disabled gamers of color, written by 2B. This is the one we just read the article from with the missing hair.
Oh, so they have more than one thing.
Yeah, they've written a few things. Yeah, they're definitely prolific writers. Well, they've written some stuff. I think they had more stuff on their Medium at one point. But the only article that remained was that one. This is it. I grew up in Turkey and came to live in the U.S. in 2012, as my older sister was. I was born deaf, but unlike her, I was made to get a cochlear implant. So, like, you know, I had a little bit. You know, they were both
Made
deaf.
to?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, made to.
Pourquoi?
They made her do it.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Those are so expensive. Made her do it?
None of this is true. So. 2B? 2B? Oh my god, their name is 2B. I just realized that.
Yeah, isn't a cochlear implant surgery like $25,000?
What's important is that Courtney and Stacy have taught me in this community management workshop that you can sign up for and probably pay them a lot of money.
Fucking A.
I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Money. Always asking for the cash. This might be a good time for me to actually do an actual real plug. Have you guys heard of the Take This project?
Do you want me
I
to
haven't.
So-
Tell us
Lita?
more,
What is
Lita.
that?
Yeah, so Take This project is a legitimate organization that is seeking some crowdfunding right now to support gamers who are. They do stuff like diversity rooms at cons. They help with mental health in gaming. They've appeared on panels. They've done workshops to educate mental health topics and improve studio cultures. You may have heard of them from like the AFK rooms that you might see at cons. So like people that need like less stimulation at a con and they want to go like into an AFK room, that's usually sponsored by this company. That's what they use the money for. But they are looking for a little bit of support. And like I said, I've been joking around about this shit a lot because there's a lot of people out there that try to take advantage of people. But this is a legitimate program. Every AFK room costs them about $15,000 in travel, labor, and materials. If you've ever been to like PAX Unplugged, for example, which is a local con to here, a lot of times you need a space where you can go to not be in the crowds anymore because it's overstimulation. I know personally that I have migraines, so I got a migraine at GDC, for example, and had to immediately leave the con because it just happens, right?
Mm.
And that's like a useful service.
That's
so
a really good service, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you get migraines, for example. I have PTSD and get a little bit cagey with crowds sometimes, so I completely get it.
So now that I've done all this, like, kind of, this is actually a legitimate organization, and they do provide a useful service for people who have PTSD, who have migraines, who have any kind of, chronic reason that they might need to get out of the con for just a couple seconds and take a break. That is a sensory room at the con I went to. Yeah, that is a useful service to offer to people. So I personally, article dealing with con crash, dealing with content creator burnout. These are real resources that can actually help people out. So, what kills me about this whole thing is that like even the resources that these fake people worked on, some of them are legitimately helpful to people. So, it's wild that you would invent a story like this, but like I can vouch for this group. It's iffy. Check it out. Cochlear doctors won't put a cochlear implant in teenagers after death. It's not something you get forced to do. Yeah, seriously, I don't understand that at all. That's just complete nonsense, complete bullshit. Oh yeah, man, I got a migraine. This is a true story. I got a migraine at GDC. I tried to fight it, and I ended up throwing up at the con. It was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was very
Oh, it
embarrassing.
happens.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I had to like jump in an Uber and go back to my hotel and sit in the bathtub in the dark for the rest of the day. I just got overstimulated. I do have, I have health issues like a lot of people, and occasionally I will get a migraine so bad I get dizzy, and that was what happened, and it was fucking horrible. because you can go to a con and you can get like fucking overstimulated and just not have the ability to function for the rest of the day. It happen to anybody. So I think it's a valuable service to provide these little like AFK rooms, take a breaks. I just need to go and sit in the dark for a few minutes and recover mana, you know? GDC was otherwise a really good time, but that was like kind of a dark thing to have happen. So they do have it. I did link the thing if you want to read more about it. I know that seems like a real tangent, but like, I think we should do good things for people. I think that it is valuable to have people advocate for disabled people who play video games. I think about accessibility a lot because, like, just as a random example, I had a friend, we were playing Disgaea, which is like an RPG where it's like a tactical RPG and the characters move around on the board and everything. And he just gave it to me and I was like, this is a rare game. Why would you just give this to me? So I can't play it because I'm colorblind and that things flash different colors. The colors they flash are important to the game, and I can't see them. I was like, oh. And ever since then, I've been like, oh, you got to think about that shit when you're making games. You got to think about, like, is there a colorblind mode? Is there subtitles for people who are hard of hearing? I need subtitles too. I'm streaming. Maybe I can't catch the dialogue. You know, if that stuff doesn't pop up right away, it's all important, I think. And you know, it's not about whether games are too hard because video games can be hard. That's fine. I don't think people should necessarily compromise. Like, if they want to make a difficult action game, make a difficult action game. But like, there's simple things that you can do to make games more accessible for people, and it hurts nothing and ruins nothing. Just add a colorblind mode, add subtitles. Add those things that would make it easier for people. So this advocacy in and of itself is a good thing to do, in my opinion. It's wild that they felt like they needed to invent all this bullshit to make it happen. Do we want to do Evil Toaster, or do we want to do the other special thing?
Follow your heart, Lita.
Okay. Are you familiar with let's chat. What do you guys, what do you think? The Evil Toaster stuff is new. This other one is a couple. I'm gonna do this one real quick.
Whichever one's more fucked up.
This is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is also very fucked up. Are y'all familiar with the Dark Id?
Isn't
No.
it like the animalistic tendencies of a person?
Yeah, the Dark Id. You know, it's your dark side. It's your dark side. All right, chat's popping off. Here we fucking go.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
This happened, I think, in March. So this fellow was also a gamer and a poster on the Something Awful forums. Which you're very familiar with.
Is this like related or?
No, totally different story. Okay. This is way less cancelable to laugh at. This one is just funny. This one is
similar vibes.
Just similar. It's the same vibes. It's the same vibes. It's the same vibes except without the whole like disability advocacy. I'm not laughing at a Muslim refugee kind of vibe. This is just pure.
In terms of the last story, it's fucked up. But I feel like if you have a dry enough humor, you will laugh at it. Like, legitimately.
This guy did Let's Play. I haven't seen the accessibility controller for the PS5. Is it cool? I'll check it out. I know
Looks
plenty
like a
of
bop it.
I know plenty of disabled gamers. I mean, I think accessibility controllers are a good idea. This is just a guy who lies on the internet. He posted a lot of Let's Plays, Nier Automata. If you're not familiar with the Something Awful Let's Play culture, extremely high effort write-ups of video games. Like post by post, extremely high effort, summaries, screenshots. Some of these are really, really, really good. I found out about Ghost Trick through the Something Awful LP somebody did, and I love the game. I read the first couple chapters and thought, fuck it, I'm buying this game. They really walk you through, like, there's animated GIFs. Like, these are lush, well-crafted, very detailed playthroughs of video games. unfortunately, the Dark Id did die of cancer. For totally realsies. So he can't make these posts anymore. Do you see where I'm going with this one?
Fuck? Of all things, why cancer?
It's always cancer. I don't know. But in 2024, it was revealed that he'd been lying about almost every aspect of his life. Among other things, he claimed that he was a badass globe-trotting super spy named Caleb Cross, and he was married to another badass globe-trotting super spy who not only quoted Nier during her missions, but often walked in on him preparing to kill himself and had to distract himself by playing Halo with it.
Fuck. Oh my god! I like how
This
Cross
is awesome,
also
actually.
I like how Cross is spelled with a K, like this is some young adult novel shit.
Caleb Cross!
Maybe
Caleb
these people should
Cross.
actually just be writing novels. I think they'd make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Cody
like,
Craven's
you could make a
series of
killing.
disabled girlfriends and Caleb Cross's badass super spies team up.
You could
I
make
think
a
Book
fucking
Talk would eat that up.
killing on this. Like,
They missed their true calling.
Yeah, like
That's
make
right.
it like a reverse harem novel, and you've got the girlies immediately.
So the TV tropes page is really good because the TV tropes page lists a bunch of stuff that he claimed is true about his life. So
Oh,
let's
dear
go on
Lord,
this
let's
journey
hear it.
together. This totally different person writing totally different bullshit, but it's still awesome.
Well, let's hear it.
So the Fallout LP had to be ended because, in other words, my life is a goddamn mess right now. It comes up in his Xenogears. I've never actually seen a shaft a man could fit through. I'm trying to find. There's a really. We're gonna go to the Something Awful post as well because it lists like a lot of.
I've done some HVAC work. You can fit in there. It's not an issue of fitting in there.
It's not
the
an
fact
issue of
that
fitting in
not,
there?
They will not support your weight.
This is only the bees and the TV tropes. Fucking this.
What the fuck?
When Snake expresses surprise, Colonel knows the la 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 la. This guy has a TV tropes page as long as my fucking arm. Why is there so much posting? Why is the internet posted so damn much about this dude? Okay, I like that this is also a. Oh no, this actually links to the thread. Okay.
Oh dear Lord.
I thought for a second that was it. That was it. Live streams, alternative chapter interpretation.
Amputated legs.
As long as 2 amputated legs. Now, I think they had both of the legs, but then they died. Okay,
Come
so
fucked
Saga of the
up.
Dark Id. Famous for doing LPs of Yoko Taro games, ran a cult like Discord, okay. Wrote theme stories by being a badass mercenary. Fake crayon drawings that he came for his kids for the LP, because you gotta have fake kids.
Oh,
And they
my
claimed to be
Lord.
dying of cancer. His wife was also a super spy that he seduced. And he has the TV tropes page as well.
People believe this shit?
People believed this shit. Sorry to get serious for a moment.
Oh my
Legendary Let's
God.
Play of the Dark Id is announced his terminal cancer is caught up to him and will be checking out pretty soon. If you enjoyed one of his many LPs like I have, today's a good time to reread them. You may have heard the essay forum post. This is Slow Beef, LP legend. May have heard the essay forum post is dying of cancer. I don't believe it's true. This is dead. You can't listen to this audio anymore. But basically posted that this is not happening. What about the rest of his family though? Here's his beautiful beloved daughter. Completely somebody else's photo.
Ukrainian
Somebody
kid.
else's photo entirely, totally fake.
Yeah, like an easily findable one.
If you see any of my accounts
Oh
or
my
video
God.
game bullshit logged in, it's probably a
Hold
family
on.
member or friend it was bequeathed to. I thought I had a
Hold the
month left to
fucking
go.
phone.
Yeah, what?
I asked him what his name was. I've forgotten my name. I've seen too much combat. I think it was Caleb. Oh my
I've forgotten
fucking
my
God.
name. I've seen too much
shit.
combat. I'm so cool.
I will take things people who have seen combat will never fucking say for 100.
They've forgotten. They've just seen too much. They've just seen too much combat. They've forgotten their name. Not
That's-
a day in change. Lowest priorities is lugging that shit out and disabling counts. I can barely walk across the room. All of you keep loving this shit while I'm gone. That feel when you want to fake your death, but you don't want to lose your gamer score.
This is wild.
Some tweets. The Dark Kid is gushing over this little kitten. It's so cute, this
Oh
JoJo
my
man. I
fucking
love how this
God.
fucking horrible being. I shy away from being a horrible murder mercenary and doting over kittens, you big dork. There was no kitten. The kitten is not real. There's no kitten, guys. This
I
is
also wanna point out, mercenaries are not treated like that. They're fucking idiots. Like, we do not let them do anything.
Listen, he was a badass. He's seen so much combat that he forgot his real name.
Well,
And
goddamn.
people really ate up that he was a mercenary convinced evil ladies might be his partner. Yeah,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
believed it. They believed it. He watched Notre Dame burn from a rooftop. He killed his adopted daughter's abusive dad because they found out after not being able to kill himself. The fox wasn't real. How could anything else be real?
Oh my fucking God, what the hell? How did people believe this?
His daughter was going septic and he was trapped in an airport yelling at people. He fumbled his own lore a lot. Glad I faded out and missed the cancer saga. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
He had so much lore. This guy had so much lore. You care way too much about I don't whatever.
Sure.
I am typing. I didn't say I was dead yet. I was just saying goodbye to everyone. They got you in hospice care. What's your setup like? You're digging. He's trying to explain things. He's dying. I'm literally dying right now. I'm dying right now. I'm typing about dying.
But Milwaukee. You a real one. Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Before he really hold on, scroll up a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Just a tidge. Before he really dies for him, here's one with ex-military wife who is very willing, quotes near in between killing dozens of Russians. Not to be outdone. Oh my God. I just oh my fucking God.
I stopped blasting these guys that I was shooting, these Russians. I have an IV in me, but I stopped blasting them to post on Discord about it. With my smooth jazz on.
My fucking God. Oh my.
I was hit a guy in the face with the butcher knife.
As ex-military.
Yeah.
This is pain.
This is supposed to be him doing real life combat? Yeah, this is a live. This is him live posting. This is his live posting the combat that he was in when he threw a knife at somebody's face. Came back on Discord later and posted about it.
I can confidently say, not once has a soldier ever once fucking hit someone in the face with a goddamn butcher's knife in modern combat. You would.
I think you're wrong. I think the Dark Kid did that.
Are you kidding me? Your
dying of
superior
cancer.
officer would bend you over the table and shove a stapler up your ass before he let you do that.
Oh, can we see that? Can we see the drawings from his totally real kids? Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, this is Mikhail's diary. How cute! His kids totally posted this. Just look at the drawings his kids did. Look at how cute his kids' drawings are. He's drew this himself with crayons.
Well, to be fair, much like the Dark Kid, this is giving me cancer.
Now I'm dying of cancer.
I really wanna get this fella and just like hold up various bullets and be like, can you tell me what this one is? What's this one? Can you tell me this one? What's this one, dude?
Dark Kid had Vile Rat envy. Oh man, R.I.P. to Vile Rat. Vile Rat was a real one. Vile Rat actually did get killed. Though he does speak of his personal life on occasion, it seems kind of leaving a low profile. He never leaves out his face, never forget his real name, and rarely records his own voice. It also went as far to shut down his Twitter account in 2022 for reasons unexplained. Made all the more relatable that what he does mention about his personal life comes across as more interesting than his LPs. Yeah, wow, wild, crazy. Wow, crazy. Among other things, he's been the target of assassination, shot a hippo in the face with a shotgun and a grenade launcher, and almost got blown up by an exploding television.
Ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no fucking way.
Fucking way.
Especially my daughter's 14th birthday. There's no daughter. That's fake. Warning, either Slowbeef is creating screenshots for some kind of feud. Oh, okay.
What in the stolen valor?
Yeah, extremely stolen valor.
I still don't think this is quite as cringy as Elon Musk and his fake child account and all the
Yeah.
other fake accounts.
Okay, yeah, that is very cringy. That is extremely fucking
But we
cringy. The fact that
expect it
Elon
from
Musk pretends to be
Elon.
his own toddler, that's, yeah.
We expect it from Elon. Like,
Was hoping to get update 36 of Chrono Cross out tonight, but Faith had other plans. Dr. Hellstein, former SS scientist and de facto leader of Next and Fifth Reich, as well as my arch nemesis, is stirring up trouble in Argentina. I've got a golden bullet with his name on it. Slack-jawed goldfish branded a Yeti Sambas t-shirt. Christ, good luck and don't worry about the updates.
oh my god.
I own like 2 Yeti Sambas t-shirts, so I feel totally dead to rights on that, but... Oh.
You see, this is the sort of shit that's gonna turn me into Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, yeah. So, really, another really good story, histories of people making up. Yeah, that he's a good poster. I mean, granted, like this is a lot of effort to put into posting about a video game, right? Like, I mean, this is so high effort, like. But these posts are always like really entertaining to read and good. Like LPs that are this high effort are, people make memes. Like they develop their own little communities. You didn't have. He said he forgot his name was legendary posting. You didn't have to also be a mercenary with a child dying of cancer. You didn't have to make that. You didn't have to do that.
Oh my fucking god! How do people believe this shit? It reads like fanfic.
People believe this shit. People really want to believe it when people post.
What the fuck?
People post this. People really, really, really want to believe. This one time I'm undercover tabling at a Russian comic convention. I see this beautiful CIA operative dressed as 2B.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a post.
This guy's gonna get me kicked out of the gun
What
store for
is
random
this?
based on mouthfeel.
It's our kid. Our kid. I haven't got a lot of life to make me, folks. I'm coughing up my lungs and my hands are too weak to even hold a bazooka.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, so they're making fun of, like, they're exaggerating, like, these aren't his real posts, but, like, the saga starts a little bit... Yeah, his daughter also had cancer. That was... The daughter had cancer first, and then the dad had cancer. Something awful legend, the Dark Kid has terminal cancer, which also killed his daughter. That's bad. Actually, his daughter didn't die. That's good. He didn't have a daughter at all. That's bad. So it's probably faking cancer. Can I go now? It spread to him, but he tried to suck the cancer out. Yeah, he tried to use the cancer.
I also want to point out that bazookas were completely phased out in like the 1980s because nowadays they're fucking useless.
Oh, but yeah, but not if you're a secret mercenary. Then
no, I'm saying like as a weapon, they're shit.
Of course. Perfect. He didn't spit because real men swallow. Yeah, for a soldier. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know any of this. Thanks for posting it. Yeah, it's quite some posts.
Mercenaries just know how to use them better.
His married to another globetrotting super spy who quoted Nier during her missions. You know, it's a very normal, very normal thing to post. I'm gonna read one quick article from a completely different website that I also found because people were talking about this other situation, and this is wild, and I just want to share it with you, even though this is also fucking dark. Are you prepared for a derail of another fucking dark thing that happened? A teen girl posed for 8 years as a married man to write about baseball and harass women.
What a gamer.
One of the best posters to ever do it. Let's learn about, really briefly, let's learn about Becca Schultz. A false ID she assumed when she was 13 years old, duping and harassing women along the way. On Wednesday night, a woman named Eric tweeted screenshots us like Schultz is not actually Ryan, a married father of two, studying to become a pharmacist. Instead, Schultz is a 21-year-old college student in the Midwest whose entire career as an aspiring baseball writer that's not going to go over well with the woke mom. Schultz began contributing to Baseball Prospectus local White Sox blog at the end of the 2016 season, and wrote, she wanted to write about baseball, okay? She wanted to write about baseball. So she told the people she said she couldn't write about baseball professionally as a woman, especially at the age of 13. And deception went on. She couldn't figure out how to get out of the middle of her web of lies. So far, so good. She pretended to be a slightly older man because she really just wanted to post about baseball, right?
What the fuck?
But here's where it gets fucked up, dude. Ryan from Surwich of women who use Twitter to talk about baseball and hockey. Some women said he would get drunk and berate them, and they felt emotionally abused and manipulated by Ryan, who received nudes from at least 2 women that I spoke with, one of whom said she did it because he was afraid he would hurt himself if he didn't.
That's fucked.
A 14-year-old girl.
What the fuck?
It's not funny, but it is funny at the same time.
Is it bad that I'm so chronically online? And I grew up on the Neopets forums and the Gaia Online forums. I am just nodding like, yeah, I've heard shit like this.
Yeah, girls really do be catfishing by pretending to be older men and then asking other women for nudes.
Am I the only person in this call that's like genuinely surprised at this shit?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the chicks rock. She might have thought she could easily have a career writing about baseball. That part makes sense to me.
It's now a bad time to mention that I'm a 14-year-old girl who is pretending to be an older person to talk about baseball.
This whole time you've been catfishing us at a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, I'm a very husky-sounding 14-year-old girl.
Saturday night, the R. Schultz Twitter account was deleted. After this incident, women started talking about having been harassed by Ryan for years. And on Monday night, former residents were searching for the wife to whom he constantly referred to offer support to her and their 2 supposed children. They filled Ryan's erratic, harmful paper and affecting his family the most. They couldn't find any evidence that his wife even existed. They realized the university he said he was attending for his pharmaceutical degree didn't have a pharmacy school. Which, I mean, come on, just do basic research when you're going to make up your fucking fake-ass internet persona. Come on. Why do these people ever Google? How cold does it get in Syria? Finally, after looking at the Facebook pages of Ryan's family members, he realized he was not mentioned by any of them and wasn't in photographs of the children. And another still seemed to have a lot in common with Ryan. On Monday, women began reaching out with stories of being harassed. We can confirm that Ryan Schultz no longer has publishing prisons, no longer affiliated with SPD. Aaron and the other 4 people involved in the investigation confirmed that Ryan had been actually Becca all these years. If you're going to make up an entire false identity, why would you make yourself into a shitty person?
It's a good point, to be fair.
It's great. I mean, yeah. So, apparently, nudes were exchanged. This is heel work. This is pro wrestling. I know, it's so pro wrestling. This girl was doing heel work as a jerk. Ryan coerced her into sending nude pictures. Ryan began mentioning Sarah on Twitter in mid-2015. It was typical. It directly messaging. Troy was married to Blair and had 2 children. Sarah said Ryan would say he would get drunk and get aggressively horny, even though she told him she was only on Twitter to talk about hockey with friends. Within a couple of months, Ryan told Sarah he was in love with her and became very possessive.
Oh my Jesus fucking Christ. The only part of that I can understand is drunk and aggressively horny. Everything else is what the fuck?
There was a girl pretending to be a shitty dude.
This is a minor.
Yeah, a minor.
Like a really far minor too.
Yeah. Is that fucked up? Like, I can't stop laughing at eating it up, but it's horrible. I know. Like, I feel terrible laughing at this, but like, holy shit. Right? Holy fuck.
You would lose your mind at some of the things that, like, in the furry drama circles. That is truly some of the most insane type stories I ever hear. And most of them turn out to be true in some way. And you're like, what? How is your life this?
Tell me a furry drama story.
I want it noted that during all of this, because it's so insane, I've been chiefing joints back to back.
You feel
Sorry,
Okay.
do y'all feel like you've
Would you-
learned new things today?
I love learning new things with Lita. Thanks, Professor Lita.
Thanks. Scrub, tell me what the drama is.
This one is an intersection of DeviantArt and furry drama, and I can confirm as an employee that this actually happened.
Okay.
Okay. This
I'm taking a break
is-
from talking.
Yeah, this is the most expensive adoptable ever sold. Here it goes. So if you don't know, an adoptable is a little drawing, basically character, that an artist will usually make and auction off, and typically it goes through like a regular auction or an auto buy, like a certain amount, then you get it. Now, there's also this thing where people make up their own little species of creatures. Sometimes they get really popular, and sometimes they get so popular that people want to spend a lot of money to have one because the creator says, you can't draw this, you can't have this is my original species, you cannot have this.
Okay, I get it. I feel you. I think I found the image. I think I have found the 25K furry. But
Yes.
continue.
It's very ugly. If you would all like to look it up, or if Lita will pull it up, it is very ugly.
I'm trying to find the image itself, but it's a post on Reddit. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Is this it? Is
Yes.
this the one?
So-
Okay.
So this species was super, super popular, especially on DeviantArt, and this auction was going like any other auction until someone started bidding in the thousands. And then there was a bidding war that kept going up. And someone said, you know what? It was at like 900, let's do 1,000. Okay, 1,200, 1,300. It keeps going. The next day, this is up to about 10,000, and these two people, it was specifically two people, are going to bat back and forth.
Okay.
And someone's like, okay, you know what? 20K.
Mhm.
This is where I
I-
tap out.
Wow, that's
Do
a
you
lot.
wanna
That's a
ask,
fuck.
though?
That's a fuckload of money. That's a lot of money
Yeah.
for
Do you
this.
wanna
For
ask,
this,
though?
to be clear, for just this drawing, correct?
On all
For the
of
character.
this,
For the
why
character,
are
for
there also-
the commercial rights to this character.
Not commercial rights.
Oh, not commercial rights.
This
I-
is not commercial rights.
I am desperately curious, why the fuck is there also corporal chevrons on this?
I'll get to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Also, sorry, the cops are after me if you heard that through my
I
microphone.
did hear the cops
for
That's
telling
okay.
you this.
Please
Yeah, they're
don't.
after me.
The police are coming to your house to arrest you. for
They're
telling us
coming.
about this furry drama. Okay.
So this is specifically from this person was for a slot for them to design a custom character of this species, and they would only put design slots for the custom characters of this species up every now and again. Otherwise, you weren't allowed to be one of those. You're not in our
Oh.
cool kids club. You can't be in our
Oh.
guild on DeviantArt. You can't be like part of this species. So that's how these kind of like very popular closed species auctions work.
Okay, I see.
This is NFTs before they were actually a thing. And when
see.
I say they're not giving you the commercial rights, they are not transferring any sort of form of rights because these furries have no idea how the fucking copyright system works.
Oh,
Not even a
okay.
little bit.
Okay,
They haven't really trademarked anything.
I see.
Most of the time, they think that they are just protected under the law, which is not true. I do believe in this case they may have later trademarked the species name.
Okay. So they just paid $20,000 for nothing.
For a character drawing. And for
Okay.
this little group to bring them into their group and be like, yeah, you're allowed to be this character.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Mhm.
basically, to have this persona drawn.
Unfortunately, later this person goes to the artist who's like, "Oh my god, this is a big chunk of my income for the year.
Uh-huh.
This is great."
Mhm.
They're gonna have to pay so much in taxes on it, but like, hey, this is a huge chunk of my income for the year.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the person who won goes, "Hey, I was having a manic period." And if you don't
Uh-huh.
know anything about manic periods, sometimes some people are very
This is
susceptible
the
to spending a
species.
shit ton of money super fast. Yeah, this is the species.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot the name of the species, honestly.
They are called Grem.
Grem, right? Yes.
Mhm.
Wow,
I'm
this
looking this
name's
up
bad.
now as you're talking about it. So yeah.
So this person who won the auction was like, I was going through a manic period. I
Mhm.
do not want to pay $20,000. And the artist was basically like, yo, you can't do this to me.
Right.
You like you signed this stuff. I think they might have already paid at that point. I think the
Oh my
money was
goodness.
probably already in the artist's PayPal,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm pretty sure that the commission was already in
Holy shit.
progress.
Mhm.
And they're like, no, you can't do this. They did come to an agreement, and I believe they took it down to $10,000.
Wow.
So I mean, kind of. If I was the artist, I would be a little pissed. I won't lie.
They said they were going to
but-
pay it.
Yeah, but the person who bid was
Pixies.
like, I had gone on meds for severe anxiety and depression, and I was on too high of a dose of my SSRI, and it caused me this insane
Oh.
manic period.
I see.
And they went on a spending spree.
Wow.
And this person was actually made to wait a really long time for their artwork too, because this furry was just like, I think, so stressed out about how much money this
Mhm.
commission was that they probably just weren't working on it. So the guy who makes the Grembles, I think his username's like Mr. Gremble or something like that. It's like truly like, okay, sure. And the guy who like paid was like, okay, you know what? I want my artwork ASAP because I spent this much, or I'm gonna take legal action against you.
Mhm.
And this was, I think, after about 7 months of waiting for this art and trying to communicate with this artist and being like, okay, where the hell's my $10,000 adoptable? And then 24 hours later, the artist finished it.
Wow. And
Yeah.
this is it. This is it. As far as I know, as far as I was able to Google. And so nobody can steal this. This is
Do not steal
their
TM.
OC. This is the most expensive DV art of OC ever created. Wow. Thank you.
And if you don't know how copyright works for illustrations and
Mhm.
paintings, the way it works for everyone at home, I know Lita probably knows this, is only that exact piece verbatim is
Right.
protected
Right.
under copyright.
you can't
you
stop
could try
somebody
to-
else from drawing this character again.
No.
Yeah.
You could try to trademark a species, let's say Mickey Mouse, for example, and it
Mhm,
needs
mhm.
traits. Like, Mickey Mouse is a mouse who's in love with Minnie. He wears these very specific overall pants. He has this specific voice, and he has a dog named Pluto. Like,
Yeah.
those are bad traits as an example, but you need a lot of information, and it's actually kind of hard to
Yeah.
trademark
very
a
hard.
character.
Very hard to trademark a character. Visually.
And even when people have a lot of pieces of existing media, you need a lot of pieces of existing media for that character trademark to go through. Like, like there's Steamboat Willie and blah, blah, blah.
mhm,
Or like if you're in a book, the Dragons of Pern are another one that's a common example in like trademark character law because they're very specific. They have these very specific traits. They're in all these books.
Mhm.
And that's the only way that works. So when people do adoptable stuff like this and you're like, you can't have my species, it's really a social contract where it's like the furry mob will go after you. The woke mob will go after you.
Right.
Of like this person's friends, usually, or people who look up to them.
It's enforced
And that's how people-
socially, but it can't be enforced legally because, like,
That's not
drawing
gonna
a
go
character
wrong.
again is actually you can't copyright that, which is why people can like sell fan art and stuff
Yeah.
because they just
And that's
go
how people
legally distinct.
Yeah. And that's how people really get themselves into these situations where they're like, I'm going to spend a lot of money to be this furry species, because otherwise I will be a social pariah.
Yeah, I need to be the
What
coolest.
is this cult shit?
I need to
Like,
be the coolest.
It's just children on DeviantArt. That's what the cult shit
crazy.
is.
Yeah. They want to be. Well, I need to be a member of the Grem species, and in order to be a member of the Grem
Yeah.
species, I have to pay the owner of Grem. I can't just draw my own Grem because then I would be ostracized by the real Grems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
you can't be in our group chat of cool people who paid a lot of money for a gram or are friends with the creator. It
Right.
works on that.
I do want to
Mhm.
point out that we've been doing this jokingly with Jats as well.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have
Anyways,
the?
that's Professor Scrub moment.
Thank you,
for
Professor
coming to my
Scrub.
lecture.
I'm glad you gave me a break from talking because I have a
You're
whole.
welcome.
I have a lot of things that I don't know if I have the other tab open, which means I'm going to have to open that tab again. But I can do it. I had a bunch of stuff queued up. And you know how you open a bunch of tabs and then all of a sudden you lose... Oh, that's my YouTube studio. Wait, hang on. I'm going to quickly... Oh my god, you can see my tracking. Is that wild?
That's good. That's good tracking.
That's crazy,
Dang, dude.
right?
Jerry does
That's
such a good job
crazy.
on the rigs.
Oh, I did the rigging.
Oh, you did?
Jerry did the art. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, but Jerry did the art is Jerry's.
I can't believe you're I can't believe you're bald and
I'm bald.
Muslim.
I'm Susan. I'm the Susan. No, the tracking thing is bald.
It all comes full circle, dude.
Yeah, because I'm just capturing my entire desktop and wasn't. So I'm trying to find another post that I had bookmarked because multiple different posts are bookmarked. So while I'm looking for this, I think I found it. Are you guys familiar with the evil toaster drama? I'm gonna assume you're not familiar with the evil.
No.
All right, so let me give you a rundown of this one. And the reason that I'm talking about this one is because this is kind of a big deal in the VTubing space. There's 13 people reading this document right now. So, oh, do you have cancer? Yeah, that's my cancer avatar.
It's Kana as well, which is funny.
So, Kaner. Oh, do you have Kaner? Oh, okay, sorry. You've been aware of the evil toaster stuff? Horrible. Yeah, this is big in the VTuber space right now. And there's both drama and drama about the drama, and I'm gonna try to once again.
Is there a lobster?
Once again,
is there a lobster involved?
Is there a lobster involved?
Yeah, I need a trigger warning. Is there a lobster involved?
I don't think there's any lobsters involved. I think you're safe from lobsters.
Oh, thank God.
You think there is? Pat, is there a lobster involved?
Is there a lobster interaction?
Okay, well, we may have to. If there's a lobster interaction, trigger warning for the lobster interactions. If there's a lobster interaction, in this story, and this is gonna be the last internet drama story that we talk about today. I know it's been a lot. I want to thank our special guests for coming in and learning from me about internet drama this week.
It's a privilege and an honor to be in Lita's class. Thank you, Professor Lita.
Really is.
Yeah, thank you. So we learned about the Dark Id. I'd like to dig more into that one because that one is very funny. But I do think that my 3 cancer girlfriends thing was very funny. I'm sorry, it's not funny to some people, but it's very funny to me.
Was about to say this is a class that's so enjoyable I didn't show up to it high, but I'm literally chiefing.
Oh yeah. Finally, a class where I can get high. We're moving on to another person. Now, before I go into this one, I know that there's also a lot of meta conversation about whether people have covered this story adequately. I'm learning about this for the first time. I didn't watch anybody else's videos about this. I did look at the document, and the only reason I looked at it was is this actually interesting? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's another one of those ones that's gonna make you cringe super hard, but it is kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting train wreck to gawk at. So, over the last week, the Twitch, we tried the feature earlier, that co-star feature. It got updated with you can knock on people's thing, and some VTubers were pretty moderator. This is not a drama news stream. It's just touching the poop with a stick to see what's under it. Yeah, pretty much, because I don't normally do super new. I'm not really a newscaster, right? touching the poop with the stick, see what's under. Thank you, Patware. Did not give any spoilers. Yeah, Mickey looked into this as well in chat, so thank you for looking into this, because I did not read this, and I was just like, is this anything? Is this interesting? There was a post made by this fella, Evil Toaster, who is a Twitch ambassador, meaning that, I don't know, out there somewhere supposedly advocating for Twitch streamers like myself to talk about this situation. And that feature was a part of a feature that they had apparently suggested to Twitch. They had suggested, we're gonna have this feature that you can barge in on other people's streams, which I don't like that in and of itself. You can turn the feature off. It's not great how it's implemented. Scrub and I just tried it earlier, and I couldn't figure out how to increase the volume on the call.
Yeah, it was bad. I
just couldn't hear you. And on Discord, I have control over the volume of your call, but we tried it. I like the concept feature under specific circumstances. Yeah, I think under specific circumstances, if you can get it to work, the guest star thing is cool. It brings people into your stream. I don't mind it. It's all right. You can't turn it off. You have to do a shenanigan where you basically don't allow anybody else except your friends list, and then you have to change your friends list. Like, it's kind of annoying to turn it off. And there's not a lot of safety controls on it. Like, the ability to, like, maybe not have it activate your webcam has to be turned off. Which is, for VTubers, people definitely consider like a potential safety hazard. I usually have my webcam not pointed at my face. I usually have it pointed at my desk, although I don't use the webcam for streaming my VTuber because I use an iPad, which you saw my streaming thing, so you can actually see the tracking, which is cool. But and basically they posted, I'm so glad Twitch took my feature suggestion, and people were like, well, hold the phone, who's this asshole? Put a webcam under the desk. Yeah, I usually point it at the desk because I usually use it for hand cam stuff. Who is this asshole exactly? And apparently, there's a lot of posting about the Twitch knock feature here. And various posters from this fellow here who is a frog. So I'm gonna zoom in on some of these posts because people that post about this are like, they're very aggrieved. But I just think this guy's posts are so creepy. I don't know this person. I just read these completely in the context of this is in the document. But the way that they post is creepy. I'm not escaping the man class position anytime soon. Well, still important, I'd be better for that. I'm always going to notice the small people close me off. What makes me think about things we different otherwise, who I'd be closer to, who would let me touch them. They just taught me to point when they let women go past. I really can't hate it for anyone, though. I just hate the game. But who doesn't?
Wait, what?
Right. So they're just like, they're in the man class position.
Oh my fucking god.
So you like boundary pushing in a lot of ways with people because
Or you can just not be a creepy fuck. Like
right.
like it's that easy.
It's very cringe. It's very
Ugh.
cringe. So they were willing to post these logs, and like these logs are, he says a lot of very cringy shit. Like, definitely, absolutely boundary pushing with people. We both have to deny ourselves something we'd want to explore, but I literally say it's easy to see, so there's no reason to want another person or relationship. Like, please don't post this stuff.
Have you ever... Chances are you've never seen this, but it was quite a famous thing posted by the British government about consent as like a metaphor for a cup of tea.
Oh, I've heard that metaphor before. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, do not make people drink the tea. You can offer them tea. If they say no, you can't be mad that they don't want tea.
That they don't want the tea. You can't be like, yeah, I really don't want the tea.
You could say, do you want tea? And they're like, yes, I would love one. And then you make the tea, and then they're like, I don't want tea anymore. You still can't make them drink the tea.
The tea here is lovely.
Thank you. Thank you for the tea. Yeah, you can't force somebody to drink the tea. If you've made tea and then handed them the tea and they don't drink the tea, they yeah, I've heard that metaphor before. You cannot force... I say the British government this every time. And then... that means becoming intimacy, meant to have proper relationship. I would play today when I was showering with Milky. We showered at the same time while on call and talked in the shower. I'm more worried for her myself personally. The thing that I really, really hate, this is a Google document. The thing that I really, really hate about his posting is these emotes. What is this even conveying? What is this conveying? This creepy little
I'm
frog.
so annoyed that like Frog Smile is now forever condemned to be creepy incel emote.
Creepy incel emote, the frog smile. He's got like a dozen of them, and they're all kind of creepy incel emotes. Like, she admits he's attached to me and is kind of upset about the fact she doesn't like being vulnerable. and then he's like spamming people's words back at them again, copy pasting what she has said, suddenly making these comments. I think it was all from reference to you breaking out to Milky in a more intimate way. It makes sense why you were worried to me at the time with Milky. Oh, were you jealous of my... I don't know. Now, I might get... I don't know if the woke mob's gonna cancel me for skimming some of this document because I'm not reading it, like, as closely. But, like, you can see that this post is, like, extremely boundary pushing. So this guy's a Twitch ambassador, and people are just not having it with this dude because clearly, I don't know,
Yeah, that's
gets into people's
like,
DMs and does creepy DM creeping.
That's major, like, do not leave him alone at a party with a drunk girl
Oh,
vibe.
brother, this guy stinks.
Like,
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Like, reaching out to somebody to game is fine. It's not creepy at all. Totally fine.
Yeah.
If you're friends, that's okay. That's fine. What's weird about it is like this kind of passive aggressive, like, I think it's perfect example to skip around. Yeah. As a really increase a small ratio of people which are the people that I'm spending time with. So another thing that this guy likes to do is this is the second document. Another thing that this guy likes to do is tell you that you're autistic.
I mean, I do that to my friends because it's funny.
Right, but
Yeah,
not,
so
but
Sam.
but like, hey,
Not to random people.
you need to take the autism test because I think you're autistic, and we need to be neurodivergent together. I wouldn't necessarily trust a neurotypical diagnosing you. So he likes to
Huh?
push this autism test, and then he hits you with the frog magnifying glass emoji. So, yeah, he basically likes to post, like, any
Have you ever
trait can be
seen-
recognized as an autistic trait.
Have you ever seen that gif of Homelander where he's, like, blowing out his cheeks, like, whew.
Yeah, yeah,
This whole stream is making me feel like that.
making you feel like that, too. Basically, if someone's diagnosed with ADD, it's a solid 50% chance they'd also test for autism. Some people argue they could be the same thing. I've not opposed that idea entirely. Do you have ADHD? And you're also trans. We never test for autism in my family. 80% chance you should test for autism.
What does being trans have to do with it?
I don't know. He's an autism chaser? Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah, it's just like the other guy that was a cancer chaser. This guy's an autism
Are
chaser.
you bald and autistic?
Very, very high overlap between trans people and autism. Fun fact. So he's got a lot, guys, all the chaser traits.
My god, man.
Wow.
He just has, like, the most creepy fucking vibe.
Wow. Bald, autistic, no links through different religions. Perfection. Another example from another.
You sound like you're rattling off the toppings on the pizza when you say
It's
that.
you gotta get all the classes. You gotta get all the classes. She told me she's one of us. What do you mean, autistic? Did she take that test or no? But she checks all the boxes. Apparently,
One
she's
of
been
us.
reading and researching it for a long time, which in itself is a box checked.
One of
What
us.
the fuck?
One of us.
Hookah, chugga, hookah, hookah.
Oh my god, this is so cringe. I only got like 10% into that doc before my brain hurt. Yeah, I definitely am skimming it because there's just a lot here. And also,
feel
like,
like
it's been a stream, right? Like, we've talked about a lot of topics. I
Yeah.
really went in on the Odd Gamer Girl because I went in on it the other day and I was like, I cannot believe this fucking Skyrim article. Like, that was the one that truly fucking broke me. I was like,
This-
how could somebody read this and think this was true?
This stream is a fucking flashbang.
Yeah, every single
I've
thing on this
been
stream has been more
flashbanged.
painful than the last thing on this
What?
stream.
Would you like a funny one to round it out
Yeah,
when you're done with Evil Toaster?
we're gonna finish looking at this
Yeah,
document.
finish Evil Toaster,
then
but I
we're
have a
gonna
funny
have
one to
more
give you a
funny
break
one
and round it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have one more funny one because this one is very painful, to be honest. Yeah, so here he is again saying when he says hot people, he's diagnosing people as autistic. you want to take the hot people test? He means the autism test.
Oh,
And
I mean, that is kind of based of him. That is the one based thing.
Fucking hell, dude.
it's the base. It's the base thing. I think the hot people test. I'm confused about why she scored low on the hot people test, but I understand why. There's no way she's neurotypical. Do you think she likes what she does? Her jobby job? This is about Milky again, who I guess took a shower with the phone. I don't know. Trying to relate to my friend, I can see that I was influenced by Toaster's obsession with autism neurodivergency, and I do not need to relate people to sharing an autism diagnosis. I've become confused as why he would bring other people's personal life to me. It just seems like he's just obsessed with it. I was hanging out with Blank. How did she go? Pretty good. She passed the hot people test.
Is he just like giving people autism tests?
Yeah, he's forcing people to take the autism test and saying you passed the autism test. Congratulations, you're a hot person.
What the fuck?
It's just like me with force femming people. It all makes sense now.
Okay,
You are not
yeah,
going to
that's what it
force
is.
fem me, Scrub.
Yeah,
That's what you think.
Scrub pinning
You
us
are-
down and putting
you are
makeup
not.
on our faces. We get force pen.
Scrub is legitimately trying to get me into a skirt, like more by the day.
I'll be force femmes. Give Scrub
Okay,
a call.
Frankie.
Give Scrub a call.
Come over, we'll do our makeup.
Scrub, I'm gonna pick you
It'll
up
be
by
like
the
that
ankle
image.
and shake the change out of your pockets.
Joke's on you, I don't have pockets. Ever. None of my clothes has pockets. Someone
You're
help
lucky-
me.
You're lucky you have legs on like a bald Muslim.
Guys, carry it back.
Damn.
Oh yeah, damn it! I'm sorry. I lost both my legs. I dropped a mixer on one foot, and I guess the other leg just died of. I don't know. The other
just,
leg
like-
is also gone now. Having no pockets
God.
is peak femme presentation. That's true.
That's why I
Pockets.
can never be feminine. I
Yeah,
like my
you need pockets. I just carry a bag. I've gotten into like those hip bags, like they're fanny packs, but you wear them crossbody, the crossbody bags. I used to carry like a purse. Then I was like always like, where do I put this thing? Everything
Okay, let's
everything
keep
I need
going.
can fit in a fanny pack for the most part. Although I do like my purse, it is kind of beat up. It has the Little Mermaid on it. Constantly tell her and let her know if there's any discomfort, coming to be 100% fine. Some random view of constantly harassing her in chat and DMs, asking like her boyfriend. She kind of let him exist and respond to him nicely, even though he was killing the vibes. Oh. Okay. Oh, literally the most autistic person I've met. Like, just stop pushing your diagnosis on people. Like, it's not your business to tell people that shit, you know? Oh, and this one is great. This one is great. I saw this. This is crazy. Basically, they did not DM him back right away. So he just posted this cat
The cat
pounding
slam gif.
slam gif every single day until they responded again.
Ew.
What the fuck?
That does not pass the vibes test. That sucks.
I explained that I was going to be gone Thursday through Friday. Yeah, I would just block this person. Fuck.
Well, also, like, straight up, a lot of the time if somebody doesn't reply, it's not on purpose. They either, like, I can't tell you the amount of times I've looked at a
They
message,
were gone for a weekend.
meant to reply to it, and then forgot.
Oh yeah,
It
it happens all the
happens.
time. Yeah, maybe you just forgot to message back, or I mean, I've forgotten emails. Like, yeah, so yeah, rude. Like they were gone for a
Totally normal.
weekend. They were offline for a weekend, and they got harassed every single day.
What the fuck?
Just seems so fucking rude. Would love to hug and cuddle you at convention. Would love to cuddle you and tell you how pretty you were. I got that
Okay,
block
that's
effect.
cool. To
Oh, this
say
is
with
right
someone
after.
you're in a
This is right
relationship
after
with.
this.
That's not gonna go over well with the wolf
This is right after. It's right after this. I was told I was going to be gone Thursday through Friday. I don't know why you're under the impression I want something from you. I don't want to pressure you to the point where it's uncomfortable. But I'm not under the impression you want something from me. It's not what I meant. But I want you to know this is kind of small. Sorry, it's kind of small text. Although
That's
I'm not trying to do anything that would make you uncomfortable. I'm trying to reaffirm you that I meant it when I want to see the blah, 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 blah. Tell me how much help you want, or if you don't know, tell me you're okay. Fine, like I won't pressure you to do something. You flat out tell me you don't want me to do. But none of this is saying anything. This is just words. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. I'm
What?
sorry I haven't responded. Your message was a lot to process. Yeah, obviously. Like, this is a lot. This is a wall of fucking text.
The kiss you cuddle you thing is perfectly fine in an established relationship, but
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
seems like he barely knows these people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, under certain circumstances, like if you know this person and you're like intimate with them, like if already, or like if you already consented to having this conversation with them, like that's totally fine thing to say.
Yeah,
Um,
but he's obviously like trying really hard and they're not reciprocating and he's not respecting that.
yeah, yeah. Like people, it's okay to tell me I'm pretty, but you know maybe this is a little pushy if you don't know this person super. Like
Yeah,
I was
like-
looking forward to meeting you this year. Like they haven't actually met this person ever.
For example, if I was to say that to my partner, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
If I was to
Right.
say that to you, that'd be creepy as fuck.
Right, because that's not our relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's an ambassador. That's true. He is an ambassador. That is an ambassador. You know,
He's
a
making
Twitch
an ass of
ambassador should have the
himself.
right to grope you if they. That's part of the deal. You get to get. I care about you. I hope things get better. I think I'm a pretty pog friend, but you deserve better. I would love to hug and cuddle you at a convention. Yeah, but see, we are all consenting adults here. We'll cuddle. We'll hug and cuddle and tell you how pretty I'll tell you how pretty you are.
You can call me pretty, but if you touch me, I'll break your hands.
There we go. That the boundaries asserted. Boundaries asserted. Okay. This is the conversation with Milky, which is the person that they said they took a shower, called on the shower. You need to make it clear you were reading chat when you say that. I'm sorry. I was reading chat when I was reading chat when I said that. That was not me saying that. I was reading chat.
Oh, so now you don't want to hug me, Lena? No, I'm kidding.
You said you'd break my arms. I would hug you with
Not
consent.
you.
I am a hugger in real life.
I've
I
known
do
you
I
for,
do
like,
like to I do like to
years. It's
hug. I do like to hug,
perfectly fine.
but you know, I also want to respect people's boundaries.
That's fair. I've known you for years. It's perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
I would probably hug you. I'd be like, "Are you okay with the hug? Need a hug's good."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a good hugger.
Like, perfectly normal.
I got big boobas. It's soft. It's a nice soft hug.
Well, I'm 6'5", so you're gonna have your face right between my tits.
Oh, yeah, okay, so comfy. Yeah, press my boobas against your belly. Mommy hugs, yeah. I don't think I've said no to play with you. A lot of this happens, like so many people, TVH. That's true. Patware is also very tall. Patware is also like 6'5". That's right? You're like 6'5", Patware. Y'all are tall. My black bald girlfriend is also 6'5", apparently.
Does she have both of her legs by chance?
Yes, that one does have both of her legs.
Okay.
I'm
Just had to make sure.
5'7". She stole the other woman's legs, added them to her own. Things are really different for me. It's not your fault. Things are just happening. A lot of my spare time right now is spent introspecting, reprocessing everything related to whatever, carefully treading the connections I have that are growing closer, and then everything related to work and stream. I'm behind on all of that. I end up spending more time with the people that come to me and grab my attention. There's not like a lot of space in my brain to think about, who do I need to catch up with, because there's just so much going on. I'm left with one of the few people who decide to reach out to me on their own, and I realize it's a pretty small percentage of all the people I know that express interest in interacting with me. What is this fucking guilt trip? Oh, there's a fucking mountain of text to be like, oh, nobody wants to talk to me anymore. Will you be my bestie, please? Oh, it's way too horny and unmedicated. Yeah, for real. Such a long ass post, too. The thing that makes it terrible is these little smileys. The majority of people I know right now are people who want to reach out, but do not. Creepy frog smiley. How you feeling? Stress? What's on your mind? Goyles? Girls? I think I am lonely, creepy frog. Whoa, I'm still in bed. I gotta get up.
I'm sorry, I just logged back into World of Warcraft and got the super rat mount.
Yeah! Yeah! Oxytocin. It's a hormone. Frog smile. Another example from craving more interests me in love. Yeah, it seems like this guy just... I don't know what... Twitch ambassador! He's very boundary pushing. It's a shame that it took me such a long time to distance myself. I kind of get it, because, like, you're trying to be nice to somebody without leading them on, and at the same time, like, when they express this kind of like, really desperate... Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
King's tips for incels. Thumbs up. Okay, so take a little bit of care for your appearance and whatnot. Straight up, just focus on not being a creepy piece of shit. In general, you don't even need to be charming. You can just not be creepy and be slightly funny. And flirt a little bit, you'll get wherever you want to be, like 99 times out of 100.
Yeah.
Like, and if they say no, just respect that shit. It's literally that easy.
I really don't get people who name themselves shit like Total Biscuit and Evil Toaster. At least Dr. Disrespect sounds clever. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect is a better name than Evil Toaster. But also, what's the... I don't know. Evil Toaster, he's a frog. Why is he Evil Toaster? I don't know. I mean, it's a brand, I guess. That's... I mean, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta pick a name. My name is just a RPG character, then complicated, and then again drifted a handful of times, and it's...
Like...
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound like one of those people, but the bar for like cishet men, for women especially,
the bar is in hell.
So fucking low. Hades is doing pull-ups on that shit.
It's true. It's true.
For the love of God, just do the bare minimum, please.
Yeah, just the bar is in hell. It's literally this is my favorite smiley.
Bare minimum by the way. Is unfathomable.
This
Too
little
hard.
this sideway this one that's just the side of its face. This is my favorite smiley.
That's pretty good.
That's a creepy ass smiley, dude. This is the creepiest exchange in the whole document. Yes, hello. We're going to have to talk about this eventually. Burr. It's such a creepy post. Ominous. I know. I just look at it and go,
yeah.
I would imagine my stomach just dropping into my feet after seeing a post like that.
I also just don't understand people who act like flirting is this fucking arcane art. It's really not that hard. Just be normal, please. Yeah. Don't be creepy.
Don't be creepy. Don't be creepy to people like this.
It's so easy
context
to be
why this is so...
It's so easy to be like a billion things before creepy, and yet somehow people always end up at creepy.
This wall of text, it's a huge wall of text. That paragraph up there is what I feel is being threatened. The situation comes into play. I took the appraisal ordinance at face value and Mr. Administration, important friend. And blah 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 blah. This guy posts so much. It's like a gish gallop. Let's try this and see how it goes. And then there's another one. There's another anonymous person.
Discord Nitro House.
Yeah, Nitro House conversation. Oh, I love Discord. Discord is
brilliant.
Did you say the words "do not come into stream" and told her the same thing? I guess I could have banned her. There's... Oh, and here, again. Person, you're autistic as heck. No. Rude? Oh, he was trying to humiliate me. And there's a... Again, I'm zoomed in because I wanted to read the posts, which are, like, kind of small. But, like... I wasn't trying to make you feel weird. I didn't like mental health related jokes. No one likes mental health related jokes. Yeah, of course. Anyway, that was this week on the internet. Pretty crazy stuff.
Crazy, dude.
You want one more thing that's funny to round it out?
Yeah, Scrub, tell us another funny one.
Okay. Buckle up, everybody. The
Okay.
year is 2024, and we're on neopets.com.
Okay.
Oh god. here we go.
Neopets last year launched an ambassador program.
Oh,
There's
good.
many
Well, the
ambassador programs.
ambassador is good. We always like an ambassador.
Oh yeah, there's many ambassador programs. They all go bad. They all go bad. I will be honest. One of my friends was one of the ambassadors, so I got to know a little bit more than other people did.
All right.
So,
Anyone hasn't
Neopets.
buckled up, they've been thrown from the car.
Yeah, so Neopets has gone through many changes over the years, mostly with the advent of on-screen banner advertisements no longer being able to support a website that has millions of users every year. Every year? Sorry, it's every month. There's actually a lot of people on Neopets.
Neopets is
Millions-
extremely fucking popular. I never got
Millions
into
of-
Neopets. I'm the wrong age, of the wrong era
Yeah.
to have been a Neopets kid. Yeah.
Neopets is only occupied by people around my age.
Mhm.
There is no one else. There are no more children on it. There's no new children on it.
Yeah.
They still are. They're very committed to keeping it a children's website.
That makes sense.
But yeah, but it's only people my age on it. So the thing is that Neopets managed, the original owners of Neopets managed to buy their website back from, I believe it was Viacom, who was the last one who held it, failed, went bankrupt. So Neopets is back under the hands of the original owners. It's not the Scientology people. It's not Viacom. It's
Okay.
not Jumpstart. It went through a lot of different shifting hands for a
So
long
they did
time.
rescue Neopets.
They did rescue Neopets. I believe it
That's
was
good.
last year.
That's good.
So it is the original staff for the most part that are back. TNT has remained, which is what they call the staff, has remained pretty much similar. So, yeah, Gaia Online also got bought back by its original owner, which is exciting. I also spent a lot of time on there, if that wasn't obvious from the internet things that I know. So Neopets launched this ambassador program that was made up of Neopets influencers. I'm going to say that again. It's made up of Neopets influencers, a real phrase that
Neopets
exists.
Influencers. Okay, got it. I'm following you.
Neopets influencers are real. They exist, apparently. People watch them.
And they can hurt you.
They can hurt you. Oh, are they hurting each other?
Well, of course. It's going to be a battle.
Neopets has enough of staff, a pull, I guess, is relevance in this day and age that until this current San Diego Comic-Con, every single year they would hold a party. They would rent out a place in the gas lamp and hold a Neopets party every San Diego Comic-Con.
Nice.
Their parties are pretty baller. Like, they're actually very
Oh,
fun.
yeah, no doubt. I mean, I've been to some fucking parties at cons, man. I mean, you never know who's going to throw a really, really good party, but I mean, I would believe it.
And they're so relevant, they've even partnered with G Fuel last year, so you know Neopets is so relevant.
Ooh, well, all right.
So now that I've given you the Neopets relevancy rundown of the website you've all forgotten about, they
I'm
have
on it
this
right
ambassador
now.
program.
I'm looking at Neopets. Yeah.
Looking at them, we are observing them with our eyeballs, which we have two of
I'm not
because we're
logged
not
into
disabled.
Neopets because I do not have a login for Neopets.
That's okay.
I am not able. I can look at some of these.
So they have their ambassadors, and these people are volunteers, and they're, for the most part, I believe, all unpaid volunteer position. I might be wrong on that. They might have offered certain people money for like actual jobs. And for the ambassadors, they were not supposed to do anything that's like an actual job work. It is a volunteer program. Most websites like this have something like that. What happens is that all of the people in the ambassador program immediately get thrown under the bus by the Neopets fandom every single time something happens.
Yeah, because they're like the scapegoats. It's like the community
they're the
manager.
scapegoats.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're the community manager faces at this point.
Right.
This is exactly what happens everywhere. DeviantArt, Neopets, everywhere.
Everybody is always shitting on community managers.
Oh god, yeah.
It's painful.
Oh, there's the lesbians. Yes, the lesbians are here too. So there was a time in the advent calendar of 2023 where the way this website is coded has not changed at all. It's 2005 fucking spaghetti code. It has not changed. So, like any website that's a game from that time, the items all have codes, like your string codes. The items all have codes, and the actual employees, the actual staff, put in the wrong one for one of the 1 in 1,000 chances on the
Okay.
Neopets advent calendar. And
I
it was a 1 in 1,000
see.
chance, so a bunch of people were able to access this. They put in the rarest item in the game. That item is the Super Attack P, which means that you get a one-hit KO in the Neopets Battle Dome.
Okay.
And so it's the rarest item. It really doesn't, not that many people have it, and it really makes it so that the Battle Dome is unbalanced and unplayable. So you don't want everyone to get this item, right?
But they gave it a 1 in 1,000 chance of spawning.
Completely by accident by putting in the wrong item code for that spawn.
Oh.
They just put they pasted the wrong string in.
Whoops.
Maybe typed the wrong string in.
Whoops.
Oof.
Yeah, big
Oof.
whoops, big whoops.
Yeah.
Luckily, this was caught within about 20 minutes. It went live at like midnight Pacific time.
Okay.
However, the entirety of Neopets' subreddit and the people really into it decided that they would start saying that it was the community managers the ambassadors, the volunteer community of managers, the ambassadors who did this. So Reptile, it was not supposed to be that item at all that was supposed to have 1 in 1,000. It's just that a bunch of people who are up at midnight playing Neopets like I do, got this item and started losing their fucking minds and going on Reddit and being like, Super Attack P is a chance in the advent calendar today, because everything was by chance. And by the time most of the world woke up and figured that out, they were like, where's my Super Attack P? And staff, I think it took them like 4 days, because it was over a weekend, for them to go, oh, that was an accident, we've taken it out. I don't even really think that they told anyone it was an accident publicly. They're just like, oh, no, don't worry. And somehow the entirety of the internet decided it was one specific community volunteer who did it, because this person had made a post where they said that they had alerted staff. The thing is that staff had already known, so it wasn't like thanks to them.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
And staff was not very quick to communicate with their community managers, their volunteers, because like it's an ambassador program. If you're the staff, you are not going to be super, like, they're not the first people you tell.
It's not the first line of defense. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that means the community, like the ambassadors feel like, we're on like the front lines because Neopets has said who we are and our names, and we've been like public with this, and so everyone goes and bullies a few of these people so hard that they both dropped out of the community ambassador program, and some of them stopped posting online and even like deleted their whole accounts.
Oh my goodness.
And Neopets was just like, damn, skill issue. And that's the Neopets drama.
That was sad. That's sad. Wow. This is another one of those situations where, like, a lot of pro gamer gator type people are going to be like, community managers, that's a worthless role. Community managers are always the front line. Basically, what a community manager does is they catch flack. They're there to, like, suck up everybody's negative feedback and they're sin eaters. I think they perform the valuable service of, like, it's literally flack catcher. That's literally what the role is. Like, yeah. They just listen to people yell. They just listen to people yell at you. You just have to take it. Constantly.
This has been my role several times.
Yeah, I know
been
you've done that, like, professionally. I've done it too. And, like, I've done it too, for, like, forum games and stuff like that. And basically what you do is you just listen to people bitch all day. And then you take all those complaints and you put them in a little document, and maybe you send them to somebody in charge and they ignore you. Like, it's just your job to just soak up people's damage, pretty much.
And I do believe the entire ambassador program was shortly thereafter shelved. I think it took maybe 2 more months before most people had dropped out.
Now, I think this is definitely different from the Twitch ambassador thing, because it feels like the Twitch ambassador thing is less about soaking up flack from the Twitch users and more about, like, having the ear of the people in charge of Twitch, I guess. I mean, I just because we're there, what the hell does the Twitch ambassador even, like, do? Like, what does that role exactly entail? Positively contribute to the Twitch community. I'm just looking at the website now. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of folks who are I guess they're just, I don't see Evil Toaster on this. He no
Not
longer
anymore.
did he get the boot after this crazy story came out?
Should fucking hope so.
Role
right?
model for their community, establishing new genres. This is the website. Not clear what the responsibilities of a Twitch ambassador is. I mean,
Just
I don't
sit
know
there
that
and
I
look
would apply
pretty,
for this
like
program.
a shiny little trophy wife for the community. Like, that's pretty much it.
I mean, I can understand why you would want to have like community ambassadors, like in like the idea of I see no announcement about it on a casual googling. Seems more like being emotionally abusive. Well, that is just one example of one person. Like, I wouldn't throw all these other people under the bus for one person's bad behavior. But
Yeah,
I
and people
think
often take a very small molecule of power and decide to go mad with it.
has not posted in 5 days. Yeah, they're the internet. They're the main character of the internet
Main
now. So
character.
they did not. Yeah, they got main character. They got
They're a
milkshake
milkshake duck.
duck. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Same brain cell, Lita. Same brain cell.
Is Pizza Princess G a pizza influencer? Hi, I'm G. I make pizza. I mean, I guess. I mean, I get it. I don't. Are we just looking at the Twitch ambassadors now? I guess she's
Yeah.
a pizza poster. Pizza.
We should
Pizza
totally
posting.
just make horrific headcanons for these people. This possibly can't go wrong.
I mean,
kidding.
she seems perfectly lovely. Look, she's literally making dough. Yep, that's her deal. She's actually a pizza influencer. Yeah,
Damn.
it's pizza. The pizza
No.
wings. Yeah,
She's a cannibal. I'm calling it.
no,
No,
she's made of pizza, and she also makes pizza. No, I love
So this
her.
is that
I
pizza
love
tower
her.
everybody's talking
I love
about.
it. Pizza Princess it is. I've seen no flaws at all. If that's
A
what the
true
ambassadors
queen.
are doing, if they're making pizza, then that's totally fine. This is my ambassador based beyond reproach, yeah. Show some love for the Pizza Princess.
I like that guy just holding a fish.
Pizza Princess
That's
G.
the Fish King. Put
Wait,
some
where's the-
respect
wait,
on
where's
his
the
name.
fish? Fish cod.
It's up.
Fish
It's
cod.
up.
There we go. That's chaotic Gabs.
No,
I think
there's-
that might
there's-
actually be a lady. Is that a lady?
Oh, I think so. It was a fast scroll, and all I looked at was the fish.
Yeah,
But
all
I
you
do
can see
like
was
the fish.
All you can see was the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Twitch ambassador who does fishing content, also fucking
IRL.
based.
That's
What?
based.
That is
This
based.
is very based. Wow.
That's some good folks in the Twitch ambassador program.
We're
IRL
here to
fishing
spread love
streamers?
and positivity about the other Twitch ambassadors now
Yeah,
to make up for this
honestly-
toaster guy.
Honestly, seriously.
I'm actually
Hey, Whitney just
flooding
went live.
this-
Let's raid.
I'm flooding this stream with negative vibes to hurt the empaths.
No, we're
No.
following the cool Twitch ambassadors who post shit like pizza and fish. No, seriously, this is fishing streamer. Dude.
It's awesome.
Dudes
honestly.
rock.
Ironically
This is
based.
based.
girls rock.
Instead of harassing people online, you should be fishing.
Touch
Yeah.
touch
Work on your
grass.
casting.
That's the moral of today's stream, everyone. Instead of harassing
You should be
people
fishing.
online, get out there, touch some grass.
You should be cracking beers and slapping carps, dude. What you doing here?
Yeah.
Professor Lita, is your homework for us to touch grass?
Yeah, try to go outside this week. That's the homework. The homework is come on Thursday to see my new outfit.
Yippee!
I am gonna be so not normal about that outfit.
I'm excited.
promise
I'm
you.
excited to show it. I have to do.
Yeah.
The rigging is mostly done. I have a couple things I want to tweak on it before I go live. But I also
Ads.
made 2 new room backgrounds for the stream. So
Ooh.
Ooh.
yeah, and then we're gonna talk about
That's gonna
future
be
classes. There will be future classes. Hey, Kevin Spicy, we're hitting me at the end. I'm very exhausted. The stream has been a roller coaster. Which I'll
I
agree.
can't believe. Yeah.
Spicy, I do have to ask you, how's Ollie's hair / are they a double
it's
amputee
ketchup.
job?
An all-timer, putting all your redeems in. Yeah, no. I hope
That's not gonna go over well with the wolf mob.
you missed the Neopets drama. Okay. We were talking about drama in Neopets. the redeems are overlapping. They're all happening at the same time.
More.
The shaking butts. We got the shaking butts.
You learn
I thought Ange had a timeout. Oh, now we're in emote only chat.
Ooh, the
It's
girls.
not gonna go for what the woke mob. Okay, everyone. Scrub Fiend was talking about the Devil's Game. The Devil's
was.
Game.
I'll tell you about it when you're older, Spicy.
All right, we're gonna get ready to do the raid. We're gonna get ready to do the raid because we're gonna end the stream. Oops, you guys are getting cut off for some reason. We moved
I
into
can't
the
believe
sitting
you
room.
scalped us, Lita.
We might cut your
We did
heads.
so bad in your class.
your
You
heads
scalped us.
You gotta fix it.
My fucking
can't-
Garfield ears.
I can't.
I don't know why I did that.
I can't wait for all the deaf Muslim double amputees to break down my door and subject
yeah.
me to mob justice.
I'm sorry if anyone here is a fake double amputee Muslim cancer patient. I'm sorry for offending you today. With the exposing of my Skyrim refugee roommate.
I'm gonna be the sacrificial goat here. I'm gonna be the lightning rod, and I'm gonna say I'm not sorry. I meant everything I said, and worse.
It's okay because now I feel seen. You're not invisible. You live in a world where we can all learn from. The moral of the story is this. If you wanna post on the internet, just fucking post. You don't have to invent new identities to it's fucking ridiculous. Just fucking.
Unless your name is Elon Musk, in that case, keep being embarrassing. It's going really well, sweetie.
Unless your name is Elon Musk, in which case you should probably jump.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Elon Musk, then I think you should absolutely, for sure, continue to pretend to be your own toddler. Because that's a very good post to have made.
It's so great, though.
It's
It's very normal of you, Mr. Elon
He's
Musk.
so embarrassing, but
It's-
he doesn't realize that everything he's ever gonna
Okay,
say is gonna
I'm
be
gonna-
like.
I'm gonna
laser.
end the stream, but before I do want to talk about this really quick, which is why do people say that he's a good what delusional people think Elon Musk is a good
He
poster?
had a brilliant PR team a couple years ago.
He did. They got him in everything. He was in Star Trek. He was in Iron Man. Like, his PR people used to be really good. And
He used to be like the future man.
and then he started posting on his own without his PR team filtering his posts. And then we all realized that he wasn't a good poster and he wasn't clever.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened was that Twitter got bigger and called to him like the Green Goblin mask, and his PR team, any PR team on Earth, the best PR team, could not protect him.
Like the Green Goblin mask.
There is a
Like
saying
Elon.
there's a saying that's
have
really
to
relevant
post.
to Elon. And it's better to keep your mouth shut and be for the fool than to open it and remove all doubt.
You invite Elon to
that
your
is-
next birthday party? You should.
J.K. Rowling should have listened to that
I would
too.
love for him to explain Rocco's Basilisk to me, because my dumb little head doesn't understand it.
Wait, hold on.
But
Do you say a basilisk?
you don't know Rocco's Basilisk?
I know what it is, but you say it as basilisk?
Oh, is it Basilisk?
Basilisk.
Basilisk. Oh,
Not to be a hater.
okay, that's fine.
cute.
That's fine.
That's adorable. I love that.
Basilisk. Okay, sorry. Basilisk.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, I love basil. Okay, I said it wrong.
I mean,
okay,
it'd
okay.
be like
I'm getting canceled for saying basilisk wrong.
I love how out of all of this stream, this is what we get you on the hook for.
Oh no, I'm canceled. I finally got canceled. I said basilisk instead of basilisk.
How fucking dare
Okay,
you.
fuck. Okay, well, I'm just stupid. Somebody clip that, and that'll be what I get canceled for. Being unable
Hold
to
it.
pronounce the fictional creature's name correctly.
Hold it over their head forever.
Alright, basilisk. I'll say it right. I'll say it right now. Thank you for correcting my
I'm
pronunciation of
I'm
the
sorry for
fictional
bullying
computer
you,
god
Lila.
that's gonna
It wasn't-
the fictional computer god is gonna torture me for all eternity because I said the name wrong.
I'm sorry for bullying you, Lila. That wasn't my intention.
No, that's okay. It's very funny. I'm very tired. That's been a lot.
That's so,
in a
that's
stream.
so fucking
Thanks for
relevant.
attending class today, folks.
Thanks, Professor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing heroin
Thursday.
because of this.
Okay, do we want to raid? Both these streams don't have a lot of views. There's 2 people. Oh, unless you guys have somebody you're urgent to raid. We'll raid Inscription or Bioshock.
Inscription's great.
Inscription is
Yeah,
great.
Inscription.
Is great. We haven't raided Trelgar in a while too. It's very fun. Show some love to my friend the Brain in a Jar. Who's playing a really cool fucking video game. And thanks for Paying Calcium and Scrub for jumping on the stream today to learn the things that we learned today.
It was an honor, Mr. Obama. And also, you didn't used to have a brain calcium. That RFK brain worm, it's always been in there.
You are the
Wow,
RFK.
okay,
You are the brain
bitch.
worm.
Wow.
Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna sleep off this darn headache.
Oh.
From everything I've had to teach and learn today. Excellent.
My brain is so
having
full
you.
of knowledge,
My
Lita.
piece is
Thank
so
you.
full of knowledge. The knowledge is going to keep on coming. We're going to have more knowledge delivered directly to your doorstep. Tune into my chatting streams, and class will be in session all fall long. You're going to have many classes, and if there's anything you want to talk about topic-wise, throw a suggestion on the Discord or come to the next stream. We are going to be doing that. We're talking about what kind of classes you could take totally for free. And I have been a college professor. These are university grade lectures on some fucking bullshit. There might even be some actually useful ones. Maybe I'll do one about how an LLM works. How does ChatGPT work? We'll talk about transformer architecture. I can make it entertaining though.
I thought you said an MLM, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, that's different. Yeah, an LLM. All right, bye-bye, everybody. The raid is happening. Take care.